तुम यहीं पे बैठना, ठीक है? Hello everyone. Today we are discussing CSAT 2023. Now this is Saturday. Saturday we are going to discuss. Now first we will discuss content reasoning and then we will move to Meenakshi madam will take verbal part. So let me start with the question number. Let me start with question number 7. 4, 5, 6 we will take later. Okay, what this question says. What is this remainder when divided by 100? See, if you are observant enough, if you see, okay, 5 into 6 is going to be 0, right? So then immediately you will say, okay, my last digit in this multiplication is going to be 0, so I will take this one. Otherwise, you know, what you can do, you can apply the remainder theorem. You will say minus 15, okay, minus 13 into minus 11 into minus 9 minus 5 into minus 4, okay. So see, the moment you will multiply these two, 20 into 15, you will see minus 300, okay, minus 300 into 99 from these two, minus 13. So again, the moment you see, you know, this will be again minus and plus, so again the remainder will be 0. So this is the one way. We have also, what we have done, we have also uploaded the solution for you. This is the detailed solution, right? We have a detailed solution. You know, I'm sure you know all the Takka test series student, PANCHSUTRA test series student from Lukmaan IAS, they are going to use it. See, it is not, the only purpose is not to discuss this question paper. We have, our idea is also to explain you how to think. Once you will go through this detailed solution, you will understand, okay, how we are going to think and what are the points, you know, what are the steps which you can skip. See, in examination you have to think layer after layer, but while practicing you have to go into the details of the question. So that is the purpose of this PDF, and I am hopeful, you know, not only Lukmaan aspirants, Lukmaan IAS aspirant, but other aspirants as well, they will make use of this detailed solution. So now let's see question number, okay, now we will go to question number 8. What it says, what is the unit digit in the expansion of 2? You know that cyclicity of 2, right? So what you will say, 2, you know, this digit is there, then 15, 9 into 105, right? See, in examination you have to multiply very, very quickly, right? Into then this will be 2 to the power 945, okay. So then you will run the, you know, cyclicity of 2. So see what you will do, you know this thing, 2 is 4, is 8, is unit digit is 16, right? 6, unit digit 6, right? Then again the cyclicity is followed. So what you will do, 2 to the power 4, right? 2 to the power 4, then you will say into 2, right? So this thing, and that's why your expansion will be, because this will have, right? See, here you will have 6 expansion, right? So this, see what will happen, this will have 6 expansion, then 6, 2, 3, 4, and in 6 you have no, right? Then see, 6 follows, you know, 6 have so 6 has all the unit digit 6, so that's why your remainder will be, so your unit expansion will be 2, right? See, and now in this question you are applying you know, many you know, many rules. So let me also show you know one more way of doing it. Let me show you this method also you can apply, right? So when you multiply this becomes 945. Just a minute, let me show you. This is 945 after multiplying, right? Then you have the, you know, the cyclicity of 2 is this number, okay? then, and that's why this will this will convert into 6, and here the unit expansion will be 2. That is what I was trying to say. Here you can follow the detailed solution. Now we will go to no problem. Now we will go to question number 4. Question number 4 you will not find in this PPT, but what I will do, I will show you. Just a minute. Okay, see what the question number 4 says. Raj has a pair of red 10 pairs. So this is the question. Red is 10 pairs, this means 20, and white is 9 pairs, that is 18, and black is 8 pairs, right? Black is 16. 8 pairs means 16. Now what he is saying, if he randomly picks shoes one by one without replacement from the box to get a pair of red, what is the, see, this is what he has got. Red 20, white 18, and black 16. Now what he has to do, he has to pick up one shoe after another without replacement. So what is the maximum number of attempts he has to get both the red. So in what scenario, what can happen? That he chooses only white and black. So 16 plus 18 will be 34. This is the worst case scenario, that he is choosing no red shoes. So then what will happen? In the 35th and 36th attempt, he will definitely get red shoes, and this is what. That's why your answer is B. Fourth answer, set A, is B, 36. Okay, now we will go to question number 5. Question number 5 is wonderful, but it's a lengthy question. It's a lengthy question, but see, my purpose is not only to tell you the answer, but in examination how you can think. See, one way of thinking is that you have to score 25 runs. What is the question? And a batsman has to score exactly 25 runs by scoring single runs, 4 and 6s only. So let us, this is your objective. 25 runs you have to score. X is, suppose your single. Y is your, let's say, 4. So and 6 is your number. Z is the number of 6 you are going to score. Y is the number of boundaries you are going to score, and X is the number of single. Okay, 20, fine. That's fine. Okay. So now, coming to, see, now what is the objective? Now here you have to count, right? Here you have to count. This is the way. So in this counting, what you will do? You will look for the number of 6 first. So see what can happen. He can score 4 6s, 3 6s, 2 6s, 1 6, or 0 6, right? Let's say he scored 4 6s. Then boundary has to be 0. Then single has to be 1, right? Because 25 is objective. Let's say he scored 3 6s. Then 18 run is done. So, and suppose he scores 1 boundary, 4. Then singles has to be 3. So, if he scores no boundary, then single has to be 7. So, this way you have to do all the counting. So, let's say see, once you know the counting thing, it will come automatically. See, what happens when you practice question like this? So, what I observed in this paper, they are checking your counting ability. This is a question in quant, most of the question was a number system, 80% question, right? So this is what you have to focus. Now, let's say we are taking the cases where he scored 2 boundaries, then, 2 6s, then he can score 3 boundaries, 2 boundaries, 1 boundary, 0 boundary, then this will be the total cases, right? Then, let's say 1 6s, so he can score 4 boundaries, 3 boundaries, 2 boundaries, like that. So total number of cases you have to count, and we understand this is a lengthy question, right? My suggestion would be, see, there is another method of solving it through prime number, but again, we cannot go into that theory here. There is a much shorter and smarter method, but at CSAT level, it's very difficult to discuss it here. But if somebody can solve this equation, right? So what can the values x, y, and z can take to make 25? That is another way. Another way is to just count this. So here you will count. This is 1 case. This is 2 case. This is 4, like that. And total number of cases will be 19. So your answer would be B. Fifth answer will be B. Okay. So now we will go to question number 6. What the question number 6 says? Okay, there are 4 letters and 4 envelopes, and exactly one letter is to put in exactly one envelope with the correct address. If the letters are randomly inserted into the envelopes, then consider the following statement. Okay, what is the statement? This is, it is possible that exactly one letter goes into incorrect envelope. See, what is the thing? How it can be possible? Let's say there are three letters, L1, L2, L3, L4, and envelope is also 4, right? And envelope 4. If these 3 are in the right position, right? L1, L2, letter 1, letter, then the 4th one automatically will go in the right position. So the first option cannot be correct. Okay, that's fine. Then what they are saying, there are only 6 ways in which 2 letters can go in the correct envelope. See, here again you have to counting. You have to do counting. See, I think here also you have seen the solution. Okay, how you are going to do counting? Let's say, let's say in examination how you are going to count. So your objective is to there are only 6 ways in which 2 letters can go into the correct envelope. Let's say this is envelope 1, envelope 2, envelope 3, envelope 4. Okay, there are 4 envelopes, right? So first you correct L1 and L2, and these 2 are wrong, right? So how many cases will be one? L1 is right, one case, and L2 these 2 are wrong. Then L1, L3, right? In first case L1, L2 is right, and L3 and L4 are mismatching. Then L1 and L3 are right, and L2 and L4 are mismatching. Then L1 and L4 are in right, and L2 and L3 are mismatching. This way you have to count the cases. That's all we have done here. Here let's say this is the envelope 2. So L1, L2 in the correct position. Here L1, L3 is in the correct position. Here L1 and L4 in the correct position. So after that, what you are doing? You are putting L2 and L3 in the correct position. 2 you have to put, right? So L2 and L3 is the correct position. Then L2 and L4 is the correct position. Then finally L3 and L4 is in the correct position, right? So this is the number of ways you have to count. This comes out to be 6, total 6 ways. See, this is all counting, and it comes with practice. Don't worry. Okay. Now we will go to, just a minute. Okay, now we will go to question number 9. Okay, what it says, if A, B, C and D, E, F are 3-digit numbers such that A, B, C and D are all distinct, all numbers are distinct, and such that A plus B plus C and D plus E, what are the values of, see, the sum has to be 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, that is the uniqueness, and they are asking what is the sum of A plus B plus C. See, if you have done number system correctly, right, so this thing will come automatically. Now, see, एक तो तरीका है कि you start making cases. Let's say what I want to say, I will show you here. Let's say one way is to start making cases. Just a minute. Okay, this is question number 9 we are doing, right? So A plus B plus D, F, this is history 1. So first you will see, okay, what my value, C plus F can take. C plus F has to be, 11, right? Because sum of C plus F has to be 11. Then you will say, okay, what can be my scenario? So 2 plus 9, it could be, 3 plus 8, right? So let's say you took one case. You took 2 plus 9 you took, right? 2 and 9, this is 1. Then my B plus E has to be 10, right? Because here it is, because here again it is 1 is coming. So then you will say, okay, what can be my cases? 9 and 2 already have taken, so you cannot take this one, you cannot take this one, then you will take one of them. Let's say you take 3, 7. Okay, you took 3, 7, then again 11, then carry 1. Okay, then carry 1, again you have to get 10. So this again you have taken, so you will be left with 4, 6. So this is one possibility. So see, what is important observation is that A, B, C and D, E, F can have many combination, not only 6, 3, 2, 4, 7, 9. But let's say this case, 1, 3, 5, 9, 6, 7. Here what you did, you started with this number, 5 plus 6. Okay. So and in every case, what is happening when you add A, B, C plus D, E, F? Okay. your sums comes to be 31. You can check in any case. Let's say 6, 3, 6, 3, 9, 11, 20, 27, 27, 4, 31, 5, 3, 8, 9, 9, 18, 18, 7, 25, 25 plus 6 is 31. And similarly, you will check here. Okay. So we will go to next question. Just a minute. Okay. Now this question says, D is a 3-digit number such that the ratio of the number to the sum of a digit is least. What is the difference between the digit at the 100 place and the digit at the unit place? Now this is, see, such kind of question, either you know or you do not know. If you start doing analysis in examination, you know, it is going to a lot of time. So such question, kind of question, either you know or you don't know. So let's say for practice, what you can do, you have to visualize the numbers. Let's say you started with the first 3-digit number, that is 100. Okay, 100 is the number, right? And if you take sum of the digit 100, the ratio comes out to be 100. Let us say take one extreme. You take 999. If you divide 999 with 27, you will get 37. See here one more observation. Let's say you take 555 and you divide it by 15. Just see what will be the, in every case this will be 37. Similarly here as well. 111 divided by 1 plus 1 plus 1, this also will be 37, right? So this is your observation. So you saw, okay, ratio can go up to 100, ratio can go up to 37, and then you tried this number, 1, 2, 3 upon 1. So here you will say ratio can go up to 20.5. Okay, but your objective is, what is the, you have to minimize the ratio. See how you are going to minimize the ratio. Just think, let's say, if minimizing the ratio means I have to make the numerator very small and denominator large. But in my denominator, the same numbers are occurring which are coming in the numerator. So I have to decrease the numerator, but not too much. So see, automatically with practice, 199 will come to your mind. Okay, 1 plus 9 plus 9. Here, if you do 199 by 19, you will say the ratio is 10.47. Now somebody will say, okay, how this thing will come? It will come with practice. Okay, such ratio will come with practice, and you say the difference between 9 and 1 is 8. That's why your option is C. In this question, your option would be C. Let's move to next question. Okay, now question number 14, CSAT. What they are saying? 5 positive, 5 positive integers, P, Q, R, S, T. Three of them are even and 2 of them are odd, not necessarily the same order. And they are saying whether it is definitely even and definitely odd. See, what do you do in such question? You try to negate the thing, right? Let's say if you find any combination where it is definitely, it is not definitely even, then you will cancel it. And here you find definitely, you find even number, you will cancel it. So you will do it by taking combination, different cases. So that's what we have taken. So before that, some basic things you have to know. What are the basic things? That, see, I think this everyone knows, right? Even plus even is equal to even, odd plus odd is equal to even, right? Even plus odd. So this is important. Odd plus odd is even. Okay. And then even minus odd is odd. So you can take any number. Let's say for this, 5 minus, I take 8 minus 5. I will get 3. So even minus odd is odd. Now, my idea is to take this thing, PQR plus, just a minute. This equation is there, right? PQR minus ST. I have to prove, I have to check whether it is definitely even or not in every case. What I will do, let's say I took all the 3, first PQR I took only 3 even, and both S and T are odd. So this will be, this will be odd plus odd. Let's say I take minus common, or, just I can write it like this, S plus T and P plus Q plus R. I know P or Q are even, so this will be even, R is also even, this will be even, S and T are odd, odd plus odd will be even, so even minus even will be even, right? So first case this is done, where I have taken 3 even and 2 odd. Now let's say I change the numbers. I am assuming out of PQR, 2 are odd and 1 is even, okay, and both of these are even. So this will be again even, because even plus even is even, right? Let's say I took 2 odd. Odd plus odd will be even, odd plus odd will be even, then even plus even, again even, so again this has to be even. Let's say the third scenario, what will be the third scenario? That out of these 3, 2 are even and 1 is odd. Okay, so I took even plus even, even plus even will be even, even plus odd will be my odd, right? Even plus odd will be odd, odd, and here, here I take one even or one odd. So I know even minus odd or odd minus even is again odd. So I will get the combination of odd plus odd or odd minus odd plus odd or odd minus odd. In both cases, my case will be A. So see, now it is taking time, right? It is taking. See, for me, why it is coming naturally, because I have solved many questions. I know thousands of questions like this, not only of this level but also CAT and that level. But for aspirant to see how this thing will come, my purpose. See, my purpose in this lecture or any other lecture which we take is to refine your way of thinking, and that refinement comes when you are through practice you are able to skip a or not skip. You can merge 2 to 3 layers of thinking into one layer, right? That is the crux of any aptitude examination. Okay, let's go into, let's see the second statement. Second statement, was easy to nullify. Let's say they are saying this is definitely odd. Okay, let's say we take these two, 3 things even. This is P, R and S is even. So even plus even minus even, this will be even, right? And S and T I take odd. S and T odd plus odd will be even, right? So even plus even, I have to get even, right? So this expression can be even. So second part is wrong. So your let me question number 14, only A. SAT A. We are discussing SAT A. Question number 14, answer is A. Or also in this PDF, I think we already mentioned. Now let us move to the next question. Question number 15. Again, see, in this question, what you have to do, you have to take cases, right? Let's say this is a prime number. Prime number, when you talk about prime number, you have to know that 2 is also a prime number. Okay, 2 is a prime number, and composite number is any number which has more than 2 factors. Let's say 9 is a composite number, right? 9 is a composite number, 4 is a composite number, right? Because 4 has 1, 4 and 2 factors. Now what they are saying, P plus C plus A, this can be even. So see, if you are good in number system, this thing will come naturally. You will just see it and you will say, okay, yes, this can be even. If you are not, you will take the numbers and solve it there. Let's say I take some number. Let's say I take 2 plus 6, right? And 2 minus 6. So this will be 8 and this will be minus 4. This is minus 2, but no problem, right? This is even. So this can be even. Let's say 2 plus C plus can be odd. 2 into 2 plus C, I take 4. Let's say composite number any, I'm taking let's say 9. 9 and 4 is 13, right? This can be odd. Yes, this is fine. P and C can be odd. Let's say I take any prime number. 2. If I take 2, then it has to be even. But I take, let's say, another prime number. Let's say I take 7 into any other composite number. Let's say any other composite number. 9. 9 is a composite number. Then it is 63, right? So, both, all the 3 can be the case. So answer has to be your D. Okay. A 3-digit number. Now this is a scenario case question. What they are saying, a 3-digit number on multiplication with D. Okay, ABC you are multiplying with D, and where ABC are different digit, and you are getting 37DD. Okay, then what is the some value of A plus B plus C? See, again I will say, either you are good in number system, do it, otherwise skip, because analyzing, making cases and doing such question is going to take time. Let me show you how to approach this question, how to take cases. Let me show you. Okay. See, the first important observation which you must have is that this is 37, right? You are multiplying with, D with some number. First important observation is you are multiplying with D with some number. You are getting 2D and this number has to be 37. Okay. So the moment you think 37, the number is more than 3,700, right? So you will think, okay, it can be D or it could be 9 into 4, 4 into 9, 7 into 5 maybe sometime. So these possible values will come to your mind. A and D can be 9, 4, 7, 5, 4, 9, 5, 7, 8, 4, right? Like that. Let's say I take, A is equal to 7, right? B there, C there, and D I take 5. Okay. Then I know if, see, again I have to get D here because D is 5, and then again I have to get D here, right? So how it could be possible? So let's say I take here then see 3. Let's say I can take here 3, right? Because in 0, 3, 5 I cannot take, right? Because C and D has to be different. If I take let's say 1 I can take. Okay, 1 I can take. 1 I can take. Let's say I take 1. Then let's say 5 is there. Then let's say I take 3. So I will get 15. Then the carryover will be only 1, and this will be 3, 6, 5, 5. Okay. So what my point is, although these then what you will do, though this cannot be my possibility. So these two you will eliminate, because just now you saw when you take D is equal to 5 and A is equal to 7. So similarly you will check for 9, 4 and 8, 4, and see there is it's this question takes time, right? There is no shortcut. This analysis you will do. If you are lucky enough, you may start the analysis from here. If you are not lucky enough, you will even go for let's say I will do analysis for 8, 4 as well, right? So 8, B, C, and so this. So here it will not work, right? Let's say, so here again you have to get 4. So one way of doing it, let's say 4, right? Then again how you can get again 4. 2 will not work, 3 will not work, 4 will not work because that's 6. 7 will, 5 will not work, 6 will work, right? 6 will work. Then again, but can you see? You are not getting the 3, 7, 4, 4. So see, one more observation you must get. In the first chance only you will take 9, 4 because see, 9, 4 is giving 36. All these numbers are giving 3200, 3500. They are not getting closer to that. So that sensitivity you must develop. Then you will take 9, 4. When you take 9, 4, then automatically you will identify, okay, that when you take 9, 3, 6, you get 3, 7, 4, 4, and the sum of 9, 3, 6 will be 18. That means your answer would be, just a minute, answer would be A. Okay, answer would be A. Now we will go to question number 7. Sorry, 17. Okay, what it says? Choices of for any choices of value x, y, z, the 6-digit number is divisible by. See again, if you have read number system, you must know this thing. You see, these questions are sitters. You will directly mark it. See, what are the rule of divisibility of 7, 11, 13? You make pair from, pair of 3 from, let's say this is number, I'm taking any random number, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So what I will do, A, B, C plus G, H, I, all the odd places, then D, E, F, J, K, L, all the even places I will add, all the odd places I will add. These are odd places, these are even places. I will take their difference. If the difference is divisible from, if the difference is divisible from 7, 11, 30, then the number is also divisible from 7, 11. This is the rule, right? This is the rule for 7, 11, 13. Otherwise, you must have one more observation. That, see, this thing also comes with practice. You must know 7 into 11 into 13 is equal to, this number is there. Okay. And how it will come? It will come through practice, and then you will see, okay, this number is contained in this. How? Let's say you can write it like this. X, Y, Z, okay, 1000 plus 1. So what you will get? Same number, right? you will get x, y, z, 0, 0, 0 plus x, y, z, and if you add these two numbers, so you will get the same number. So that's why this number is, 1001 is contained in this number. So that's why this number has to be divisible by 7, 11 and 13. So your D should be the answer. Now let's move to second question. Okay. See, this again is very, very simple question. What it says, 20 are in the 125 identical cubes are in the form of a cubical block. How many cubes are surrounded by other cubes from each side, right? So, see, if you have done practice enough, then you will know simple. Okay, see, one more thing. You know that this is 5, 5, 5, right? 5, 5, and 5. Sorry, this is 5, 5. 5 by 5 cube. What you will do? You are looking for just the inner part which is surrounded by all the time. So what? See, you will try to imagine. Okay, my two layers. This side you will cut this layer, this layer, this layer, this layer, this layer. You will be left with 3 into 3 into 3. Right. This is the thing you have to imagine. Otherwise, some people also tell that mathematical formula, length minus 2 into breadth minus 2 into height minus 2. So here it is all 5, 5, 5. So it will be 3 into 3 into 3. That is also another way. This is helpful when your length, breadth and heights are different, and so that's why your answer would be A. Now let's move to next question. Okay, how many distinct 8-digit number can be found by arranging the digits of so that there are 8 places, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Odd digits occupy odd places and the even digits occupy even places, right? So what you will do, again, it is again a matter of arrangement, right? 4, 5, 8, right? So let's say you started with the odd place. Odd may how many odd numbers you have? 4 odd numbers. So here you can put 4 numbers. Here you can put at this odd place, this is 1, 3, 2. Here you can put 2. Here you can put 1. Again at the even place, how many numbers you have? 4. Then 3, 2, 1. And then the fundamental theorem of counting. This is a task in which each step can be done in the 4 ways, 4 ways, 4 ways. So the full task can be done in how many ways? Multiplication of this. This will be 4 square, 3 square, 2 square, 1 square, and all these are multiplication. But there is a repetition. What? These numbers are repeating, right? So 2 factorial, 4 times, So, the 2 factorial is nothing but 2 only. So then what you will do? So this will be 4 into 3 to the power. Let me check 4, 4, 4. Right. This will be 9, 6, 36. Answer 30. Okay. Your answer should be 36. 19 ka? See, yes, it should be 36. Now let us come to the question number 20. Okay. So question number 20 is also very easy. This question you must have done. So what they say, when A, B, C working independently, they do work in 8, 16 and 12 days respectively. And A works on Monday, B works on Tuesday, like that. And they are saying the work will be finished on Thursday, or work will be finished in 10 days. So simply here you have to count. See, one way is that you can convert it to percentage. So suppose your mind is working, good in handling percentage, right? 1 upon 8 is equal to 12.5, right? This is 6.25, this is 8.33, you add them, then you say how much is missing. That is one way. Otherwise, that's simple. You will add 1 plus 8 plus 1 plus 16 plus 1 plus 12. How much it will be? 48, right? Then 6 plus 3 plus, right, 16 हो गया, 13 upon 48, right? In 3 days you will complete 13 upon 48. In 9 days, how much work will be completed? In 9 days you will complete 39 upon 48 work, and the remaining how much? 9 upon 18 work, because 9 upon 48 work. To complete that, how much day you will need? 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 16 is how much? 16, 3, right? So this will be 9 upon 48. Okay, so you will need 2 more days. So your work will be completed in 9 plus 2, 11 days. 11 days, and after 7 days you have to add 4 days, right? So 4 days from Sunday is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this statement is correct, this is incorrect, so your answer will be only 1. Okay. So, okay, I should also, you can also refer the solution also. Here this question was very simple. Here what you have to observe, all these are sum. But see, how you will say, it will come with practice, don't worry. So 7 plus 9 is 16, 16 plus 10, 26, 26, 26 is 6 plus 2 is 8, right? 9 plus 11, 20, 20 plus 30, 50, 5 plus 0, 5. This way, similarly, you will do it from here. 23 plus, 27, 27 plus 37, 37. This is 42, right? 42, and this is 6, right? This is 6. So your answer will be okay. Now, let's say this question. X is a positive integer such that, X is a positive integer such that, this is divisible by, see this is a simple question. Such that this is divisible by X. How many values are X? Let's say you take any number, 7X. 7X will be always divisible by X, right? But so what you have to check for? You have to check for 96. For how many numbers 96 would be divisible? For that you will factorize it, right? So what you will do? 48, right? 24, 12, right? 2 into 3. This will be 2 to the power 3, 4, 5, right? 3 to the power 1, right? So the prime factorization theorem, which we cannot go into, in theory class, theory we will cover that. That is 5. Total number of factor would be, जो prime factors होते हैं उसकी power plus 1. So here this will be 6 into 12. Your total factor would be 12. So your C should be the answer, right? Question number 20, 25, C is the answer. Now let's move to next question. This question, see, this again the same concept they have tried, asked in a different form. What they are saying, if P and Q are a distinct number, then what is the greatest value of this? So you have to, what you are doing, you have to maximize these two products. So let's say, what number, 6, 7, 8, 9. What number you will automatically check? The common sense says, general intellect says you will choose this number. Because इधर तो हो ही नहीं सकता ना, इसका इनको लेके क्या फायदा? आपको इन फोर में डिसाइड करना है कि how you are going to arrange them. Now you remember that principle. What if the sum of 2 digits is constant? Let's say it is 10. Then the product will be maximum. X into Y will be maximum कितना? 25. That means both are equal. That is, both X and Y are equal to 5. So what you are going to do, you are going to minimize the distance between them. So let's see the combination. Let's say you take 6 or 7. 6 or 7 will be 13, and 8 and 9 will be 17, right? Let me check. Okay. And another combination will be, 8 plus 7 is 15, and 9 plus 6 is 15, right? So in the sum in both cases is 30. So here will be how much? 15 into 15, 25, 225. Okay. And here it will be how much? 170. Right. So 221. Right. So your answer would be B. Because can you see, right? See, automatically यहाँ पे दिखना भी चाहिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पे distance क्या minimize हो गई है, दोनों equal आ गए हैं. यहाँ पे distance कितना है? 4 का है. So that's why, but their sum is equal. 13 plus 17 is equal to 30, 15 plus 15 is equal to 30. So that's why it has to be 225. Very simple question. If you know it, you will do it in hardly 20 seconds there. Okay. A number is formed by writing 990 times. What is the remainder if n is divisible by 13? Now see again this question. See again, just now we studied 13 divisibility rule, right? What you do? You take pairs from this is 99 times. Okay, let me show you 2 pairs. So you have this written this how many times? 99 times. Okay. what you will do, you will take the pair of 3 nines, right? 3 nines, 3 nines. So you will say, okay, then 96, any 96 nines out of 99 will cancel. I say so because let's say this is first pair, right? Odd first pair, this is even first pair, this is odd second pair, this is even second pair. So what will happen? 999, can you imagine? 999 plus 999, so similarly, they will cancel each other. Only thing remaining will be 999, and that 999 you have to divide by 13, right? So 1391, okay. 78. So answer should be 11, right? Okay, answer should be 27 ka A. Answer should be 11, yes. So it's a simple question. Now, question number 28. What it says, 8 digit of a 8 digit of a 9-digit number is 1. It is multiplied by itself. What is the sum of the digit of the resulting number? See, here you have to see the pattern. I will show you the solution. Otherwise, here, that's why, solution become handy. Question number 28, 26, 27, 28. You see, try to observe the pattern, right? Apo clear hai, right? So when you multiply 1 into 1, so it will be 1 to 1, right? When it is 3, 1, 1, 1 into 1, the middle digit is 3, then 2, 1, 2, 1. Similarly, let's say 4 times 1. So can you see middle digit is 4 then? So this will give you the understanding that this is 9 times 1, this is 9 times 1. So this will be 9, this will be 1 to 8, this will be 1 to 8. Okay, this is the pattern you are going to get. Now simply what you have to do, you have to add 1 to 9 को ऐड कर लो और 1 to 8 को ऐड कर लो. 1 to 9 को ऐड का सम कितना होता है? 1 to 9 का, n 1 plus n, when you add 1 to n, what is the formula? 1 plus n, you write n into n plus 1 by 2, right? So similarly 1 to 9, it will be 45. 9 into 10 by 2, 1 plus 8, that will be 36. 36 plus 45 will be your 81. Okay, so 81 is the answer. Yes, 28 ka C should be your answer. Okay, now let's move to another question. Question number. Okay, now see this question. If you are, what is the sum of all the digits which appears in the from 10 to 100? See, you must know the number 901. 901 is the number when you add all the digits, right, from 1 to 100. This is the sum. If you are practicing number system, you must know this thing, right? So then you will say, okay, 901 is the sum of all the digits from 1 to 100, and out of that I will remove 1 plus 2 plus 9. That is, इसका sum कितना होता है 1 से plus 9 का? 45. Just now we saw in the previous question, right? 45. So इसमें से 45 minus करोगे, 856 आएगा. Let's say you do not know it. Let's say you do not know it. Then what you can do? You can see the cases. 2-digit number. आप 10 से लेके 99 देख लो. तो सिंगल डिजिट पे तो जीरो आ नहीं सकता, बिकॉज इट्स 2-digit नंबर. तो यहाँ पे कितने आ सकते हैं? 1 to 9 आ सकता है. सेकंड डिजिट पे आपके हो सकते हैं 10 नंबर्स आ सकते हैं. तो टोटल आपके कितने नंबर्स आ रहे हैं? टोटल 90 नंबर्स तो हैं. लेकिन सी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग हियर, जो ये वाली डिजिट है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वाली डिजिट है, उस पे 9 टाइम्स आ रहा है. क्या 1 भी आ रहा है, 2 भी आ रहा है, 9 भी आ रहा है, राइट? यहाँ पे 0 भी आ रहा है. सो कैन यू सी हर एक नंबर 19 वाइल अपीयर हो रहा है. ओके, यहाँ पे 1 9 टाइम्स आ रहा है. ओके, यहाँ पे 1 10 टाइम्स आ रहा है, और यहाँ पे 0 भी 10 टाइम्स आ रहा है. सो व्हाट यू विल डू, आप इसका सम लोगे. ओके, तो ये आपका सम कितना आ जाएगा? ये कितना आएगा बताइए? 19 इंटू 45. दिस विल बी, सी अब एग्जाम में कैसे करोगे? सी मेरे माइंड में तो डायरेक्ट आ गया 855, बट आपके माइंड में कैसे आएगा? आप क्या करोगे? यू विल नॉट मल्टीप्लाई 19 इंटू 45, यू विल मल्टीप्लाई 20 इंटू 45. यू विल थिंक 900, उसमें से 45 माइनस करोगे. 855 आया, और उसमें आपको 100 और ऐड करना है. 100 का सम ऑफ डिजिट कितना होता है? 1 प्लस 0 प्लस 0 प्लस 1, दैट विल बी 856. ओके, सो बट अगेन सी फैक्ट्स लाइक दिस आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यहाँ पे आपका 2-3 मिनट सेव हो जाता है एग्जाम में. ओके, देन ABCD is a square, 1 point on each side and 2 distinct point are chosen, how many distinct triangle can be drawn? See, again, this is a question of counting. Okay, how you are going to do counting? Let me show you. Let's say, see, this is the rectangle, sorry, square, ABCD. Here is the distinct point 1, here 2 distinct points, you have 1, you have, right? Now you are going to count. How you are going to count? Let's say this is the first, this is a base, then 1 triangle, 2 triangle, 3 triangle, 4 triangle. Assuming what? Assuming 1, 2 base. So this is your 4. Let's say now your base goes to 1, 3. Your base is now this one. Then how many triangle? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now suppose your base is this 1, 4. Then your how many triangles you will make? 1, 2. Right. Now suppose your base is this. Then how many triangles? 1. Okay. Now you did from this point. Now you start from point 2. Okay. Let me change the color. Let's say now you are starting with point 2 and your base is 2, 3. Then how many triangle? 1 triangle, 2 triangle and 3 triangle. Okay. Then you will move from base from 2 to 4. Right. You will move base from 2 to 4. Then it will be 3 plus. So see what the observation. In first case you had this thing. In the second case 3, 2, 1. Right. Because see, when you took base 2, 3, 1 triangle, 2 triangle, 3 triangle. When you take base 2, 4, only 2 triangle. When you take base 2, 5, then only 1 triangle. Now you will shift base from 3 to 4. When now you suppose your new base is this. This is your new base. So how many triangle? 1 and 2. This and this. Okay. 2 and 2 and 1. And let's say your base is 2, 3 and 5. So again one more triangle, right? Now let's say you shift base from here to 4, 5. Then you will have only 1 triangle. See, it is just a matter of counting, right? The way you are counting. So in examination, I understand. See, there is no formula. Do not try to apply any formula in such questions. वो confuse हो जाएगा. No. So just do simple counting, and when you do all this, you get how much? 4 plus 3 plus 7 plus 2. This is 10. 10 plus 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Your 20 is the answer. Yes, 30 ka is the 20 is the answer. Okay. Then, okay. See, this question, many people have done wrong, but see, just follow here. Here both the statements are correct. Some people, are telling that first is incorrect. No. Here both the statements are correct. See the correct answer. How? Let's say, there are how many balls? 14 black, 20, right? There are 6 types of balls. What they are saying, the smallest number n such that any n number drawn from the ball randomly contain at least one full group, must contain one full group of at least one color. Okay. So what you do, let's say you take 13 इसका, right? 13 इसका लिया. इन सब का सम कितना है? इन सबको बॉल को सम करते तो 180 सम आ रहा है. Okay. अब मान लो इसका 13 लिया, इसका 19 लिया, okay. इसका 25, सब में से एक छोड़ दिया. तो आपने कितना किया? 174 में आपने सारी बॉल ले ली, लेकिन अभी भी आपका कोई भी ग्रुप ऐसा नहीं है, must contain one full group, must contain one full group of at least one color. यानी आपका कोई भी कलर कंप्लीट नहीं है, right? Right? Full. See what they are saying, must contain one full group. One full group तो आपने लिया ही नहीं ना, क्योंकि आपने यहाँ पे एक छोड़ दिया है, right? हर एक में एक छोड़ दिया है, तो 174 तक नहीं हो रहा है. लेकिन जैसे ही आप 175 चूज करोगे तो आपका एटलीस्ट 1 आ जाएगा. तो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट, नॉट इनकरेक्ट. द स्मॉलेस्ट, सेकंड स्टेटमेंट सी, द स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर सच दैट m balls drawn from any ball must contain at least one ball of each color. Let's say they are saying it must contain one ball of each color. तो मैं ऐसा वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो बनाता हूँ जिसमें कि मैं एक कलर को छोड़ के सारे कलर छोड़ लेता हूँ और उसको मैक्सिमाइज करता हूँ उस नंबर को. तो व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल ट्राई टू एलिमिनेट द 14 को ब्लैक को छोड़ूंगा. सी क्यों मैं 14 को क्यों छोड़ रहा हूँ, मैं 54 को क्यों नहीं छोड़ रहा? क्योंकि मुझे अपना वो मैक्सिमाइज करना है प्रोबेबिलिटी, राइट? वो मैक्सिमाइज प्रोबेबिलिटी. सी मैंने 54 को छोड़ दिया तो और कम नंबर्स में हो जाएगा, राइट. सो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू, आई विल लीव 14 को छोड़ूंगा, बाकी सबको मैंने काउंट कर लिया. तो इसमें से 14 माइनस करो, कितना आएगा? 166 आएगा. So what will happen? The moment you take the 167th collection, you will get the at one full crop. So the answer is, please be cautious. Both are correct. Okay. So in this question, it is very simple. 0 is written as sure. So here you have to observe. There is a plus of 333. Okay. Plus of 333. See what was happening here. This question was, I will not say time taking, because when you see the framing of the option, you have to check at the even to this moment. Let's say you will add just P plus 3, right? P, Q, R, S, L, M, N, O, right? O, D, Y, Z, A, B, right? E, F, G, H, okay, R, S, T, U. So can you see, the correct answer you realize at the last moment, that is D. So slightly type taken, but again can be managed in 45 seconds. In this question, not very deep question, but again might confuse you in the examination. What it says, how many statements given are required to determine the oldest person. So what the first statement says, A is older than B. C and D are of the same age. C is equal to D are of the same age. E is the youngest. F is younger than D. So D is greater than F. F is older than A. F is older than A. F is younger than D. F is older than A. राइट, ठीक है. आपको क्या करना है? यंगेस्ट बताना है. तो नहीं, टू डिटरमाइन द ओल्डेस्ट, नॉट यंगेस्ट. तो यहीं से हो जाएगा ना, वो तो दे रखा है. तो व्हाट दे आर सेइंग, द ओल्डेस्ट बताना है. तो आपको ओल्डेस्ट बताने के लिए आपको लेट से आपने ये स्टेटमेंट लिया, क्या 1 लिया, ए और बी में, ठीक है, आपको ए पता चल गया, लेकिन ए से बड़ा कौन है? एफ. ओके, तो इन दोनों को मिक्स करके क्या आ जाएगा? ए से ग्रेटर है बी, इससे ग्रेटर है एफ. यू आर मिक्सिंग दिस स्टेटमेंट एंड दिस स्टेटमेंट. ओके, देन डी उससे भी ग्रेटर है, अभी भी नहीं मालूम पड़ा ओल्डेस्ट कौन है, तो डी. तो आपके 3 स्टेटमेंट यूज हो गए. अब आप सोचोगे सी कहाँ फिट करें, तो सी के लिए आपको एक और स्टेटमेंट यूज़ करना पड़ेगा, दैट विल टेल कि सी इक्वल टू डी. फिर आपको ओके, अब एफ को कहाँ फिट करूँ, सॉरी ई को कहाँ फिट करूँ, नो, यू हैव नो इन्फॉर्मेशन, देन यू विल से ई द यंगेस्ट, राइट. So what it happens, all the statements are required to answer this question. Okay, so this question is fine. Now see again, this question is like that. What it says, consider the following statement. There are 5 members. What is the relation of E to B? Statement, A and B are married couple. Okay, A and B are married, so I will write like this. Statement 2, D is the father of C. D is father of C. I will write like this, C. E is D's son. Okay, E is, right, D's son, because A and C are sister. Up, here I got the relation between. So what you have to find the relation between E and B. So see what happens when you read such question examination, आपका mind थोड़ा confused हो जाता है कि इसको क्या कुछ गलत. So my suggestion is to go with statements. Okay, let's say can the statement 1, 2 and 3 are sufficient to answer this question. Let's say you take only statement 1, 2 and 3. A and B are married couple. ठीक है, ये ले लिया हमने. 2 है D is the father of C, ये भी ले लिया. 3rd है E is the D of son. ठीक है, और हमें अभी भी A और C का रिलेशन नहीं पता, क्योंकि हमें we are not taking statement 4. So can we tell the relation between E and B? No, क्योंकि see अभी हमारा D हमें मालूम पड़ गया है कि D is the father of E and C the D is the father of C, right? वो हमें मालूम पड़ गया है, लेकिन C का A और B से क्या रिलेशन है ये हमें नहीं पता है. तो this cannot be our case. Let's say another part. Now suppose I take 1, 3 and 4. 1 से क्या मिल रहा है आपका? A and B married couple. 3 क्या है? E is D son. E is D son, ठीक है. And C, A and C are sister, ठीक है. This is female, this is female, ठीक है. Then what they are saying, but the question is, what is the relation between E and B? E और B में तो कोई रिलेशन अभी भी नहीं मिला. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो, क्योंकि इसका लिंक चाहिए, राइट. या तो D और C का लिंक होना चाहिए या A और C का लिंक होना चाहिए. So then if you take all the 4 statements together, then you can definitely, once you know this, okay, A and C are sister, and this is male, right? And this is, this is also A and let's say, what is E? E is D's son. So this is, this is also male, right? This is male. So, and this is, husband, so brother-in-law, right? So this is fine. Now, little bit time taking, but this is, this is how you must do this question. Now this question is easy. See, such question you must attempt. Now I will say, okay, this number is not prime, rest of the numbers are prime. Somebody may ask how, how this thing will come natural to your mind. It will come through practice. See, you will see, moment you will see 7, 37, 47, automatically should, come to your mind that these are all prime numbers, and this is not a prime number, so this is one man out. Now let's move to, this question, what it says, a principal Q, P becomes Q in 1 year and compounded with half yearly annual rate, and the same principal becomes Q in, Q in 1 year when compounded annually. So what they are saying, whether R और S के बीच में relation. See, ये क्वेश्चन आप फॉर्मूला ला के वहाँ पे सॉल्व नहीं करोगे, राइट? फॉर्मूला ला के सॉल्व करने लगे, इट विल टेक लॉट ऑफ टाइम. व्हाट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, सी सिंपल सा समझो, किसी चीज़ को मैं कंपाउंडिंग कर रहा हूँ, यानी 1 साल में मैं उसका इंटरेस्ट देख रहा हूँ, ठीक है? सो जितना मैं जल्दी कंपाउंडिंग करता हूँ उतना मेरा इंटरेस्ट, यानी मान लो कोई प्रिंसिपल है, मान लो मैंने 100 रुपीज़ इन्वेस्ट किया, उस पर मैं मेरे को मान लीजिए सपोज कि 10% का रेट मिल रहा है. इफ़ ये मैं 10% ईयरली कंपाउंड करता हूँ, राइट? सो मेरा रिटर्न कितना आएगा 1.1, राइट? आई विल गेट 110 रुपीज़. यदि मैं इसको हाफ ईयरली करता हूँ तो हाउ मच आई विल गेट 1 प्लस जस्ट ए मिनट 5.05 upon 2, right? So this will be, because that compounding is not happening, every 6 month. यदि हाफ ईयरली कर रहा हूँ तो आपको क्या ऑब्जर्व करना है कि जब आप टाइम को बहुत डिक्रीज करते जाते हो, जैसे मान लो एनुअल से सेमी एनुअल लाया, सेमी एनुअल से क्वार्टरली लाया, तो आपका जो फाइनल जो आपको जो फाइनल अमाउंट होगा वो बढ़ता चला जाएगा, राइट? और इफ़ यू डू कंटिन्यूस तो उसको बोलते हैं एक्सपोनेंशियल, राइट? जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं मैथमेटिक्स के या फाइनेंस के वो समझते होंगे. बट नाउ व्हाट यू आर सेइंग कि आपका फाइनल दोनों केस में सेम है, वेदर यू डू हाफ ईयरली और एनुअल. तो इसका मतलब क्या है, नेचुरली आर को छोटा होना ही पड़ेगा, राइट? आर को छोटा होना ही पड़ेगा. सो दैट्स अ वे यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इट. हाउ मेनी नेचुरल नंबर्स आर देयर विच गिव्स a remainder of 31 when 1186 is divided by, okay, now in this case what you have to do, let's say 1186, okay, q n plus 31, right? This should be a question, this is question, this is a number, so this will give you 1185 q n. Now what you will do, you will take the factors again. क्या factor आ जाएगा? 1188 108, right? 254, right? Right, सही आ रहा है. 3 into 9, okay, and then 3 into 3, okay. So what will be your 11 1 2 square 3, just a minute, 11 1 11 88 2 5 10 2 चौका 8 3 2 54 3 9 27 3 3, right? So 3 1, okay. So ये फैक्टर्स आ गए, इसके टोटल नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स कितने आएंगे? 1 प्लस 1, यानी जो पावर्स हैं उसको 2 प्लस 1 3 प्लस 1, just a minute, 30, oh, what I've done, okay, sorry, this will be 55, right? I have to subtract it. This will be 55, this will be 55, this will be 55, okay, let me just do it again. 55 1105, right, 5 2 3 7, right. So 11 5 11, so this will be equal to 1155, it will be equal to 11 into 3 into 7 into 5. So you will take power of 1 so this will 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. There will be total 16 factors. Okay, but see here you have to be cautious. 16 is not the option. What they are trying to check, total total factors are 16, but you have to get a remainder of 31. So what you will do, you will eliminate those those factors which are less than 31. So just see, ये तो हो जाएगा नहीं simple. इसमें क्या है, एक तो ये हो गया भाई, एक तो 3 5 7 11, ये 4 तो फैक्टर हो ही गए, साथ में एक 1 हो गया. इनका कॉम्बिनेशन देख लीजिए, ये हो गया 15 से भी 31 रिमाइंडर नहीं बचेगा क्योंकि 15 जो है 31 से छोटा है. देन 21 हो गया, राइट, कितना हो गया, 4 5 6, ओके. देन एंड थर्ड और क्या हो जाएगा, 1 3 5 7 5 तो ये हो गया, ओके, 6 7, राइट. सो आपके 16 उसमें से निकल जाएंगे. 16 माइनस 7 कितना आएगा आपका, 9 आंसर आएगा. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द वे यू विल रिमेंबर इट. फाइन. लिटिल बिट लिटिल बिट आई विल से लेंथी क्वेश्चन. ओके. नाउ दिस क्वेश्चन what it says, if PQRS are 2-digit number where PQ R is greater than P is equal to Q and this is equal to TT0, right, P plus Q, and the following number of possible values of P is 5, number of possible values of Q is 6. See, in such question, again this is lengthy question. Okay, this is lengthy question. You have to it is going to time, but again this thing must come to your mind immediately, that TT0 can take value either 110 or 22. This is an important observation. If it is not coming in mind, then there is some problem. So I will just show you the solution here. This is question number, just a minute. Okay, yes, this is the question 46, right. P plus Q as TT0, right. TT0 can take value. Okay. Now let's say for 110, what would be the your total number of. So it will come. Don't worry. You have to make 110. So 11 you took. Then you have to make 110. So you will take 22. Then it is 33 770. Then you will take next number 33 66. 44 55 22 33. So this way you will realize, okay, this is the case for 110, then you will take the case for 220. So till 22 P is equal to 22 you have already taken, then you will start with 33. 33, this is 88. This is 88. 33 88 99, right? This way you will add and this will give you 220. Now the question is how many unique values? So P can take इधर तो 1 हो गया, इधर से 2 आ गया, राइट. 1 1 and 2 2, 3 4 5. P की कितनी वैल्यूज आ रही हैं, 5, और Q का, Q सेकंड, राइट. 2 3 4, 3 तो यहाँ से आ गया, 4 5 6. Q के वैल्यूज टोटल कितना है, 6 वैल्यूज. सो both are correct, but it's a lengthy question. It's a lengthy question. I'm not very sure how many should really attempt it. You have other option as well. Okay, now question number 47. Just a minute. Yes. So this is simple question. You must do question like this in examination. 4-digit number less than 2000 formed by using this digit and none of them is repeated, and what is the sum of all these 4 digits? So you have to just fix 4 numbers. In the first place, what can happen? It is less than 2000. So in the first place, there can be only 1. Right, because you have to select from 1 2 3 4. You take 2 3 4, that number will be greater than, right, 2000. In the second place you can have all the 3 because only 1 is fixed. Here 2 or here 1. So total number, total cases will be 6. 2 into 3 6, and then you have to make the combination, right. So what will the combination? 1 2 3 4, 1 2 4 3, 1 3 2 4, 1 3 4 2, 1 4. See, because every number has to be less than 2000, right? So this will be 2 3 1 4 3 2. Okay, now you have to add all this. See now how you are going to add. See अब वो ऐड करने का स्किल यानी वो बहुत फास्ट आना चाहिए. एक तो तरीका है आप सीधे देख लो कि ओके मेरा 2 3 4 का सीरीज चल रहा है, राइट. 2 बार 4 है, 2 बार 3 है, राइट. ऐड कर सकते हो 4 3 7 4 3 7 4 11 11 13 13 16 17 18, right. Then 1, again 18 has to come, right. 9, then carry forward 1 4 5 5 3 8 8 9 10 11 11 9, right. 11 9 19, right. And here carry 1, and this is 6, this is 7 9 8 8. So this is one way, but again see this is elementary way of counting. Can you do those sensibilities? Can you add 34 43 in one go, and you can say, let's say it is 77. Okay, so that ability should come with practice. So A is your answer. Now let's move to question number. Now this is this is sitter question. I think simplest question in the paper. What it says, there are number of selection of 10 consecutive things out of 12 things in a circle taken in clockwise direction. Let's say there is a bangle or something, you can take just 12 points. You can even take a clock. Okay, you can take a clock. So right, just a minute, let me count. क्या हो रहा है? This is 2 हो गया, इधर हो गया 2 2 2 और इसको हटा देते हैं, राइट. ये टोटल 12 पॉइंट हो गए. इसमें क्या करना है? सी आपने यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, मतलब 12 से स्टार्ट किया, आप कहाँ तक जाओगे? You have to take consecutive, right. This is your 3, this is your 6, this is your 9, right. So आप एक सर्कल जाओगे 9 तक, फिर 1 से लेके 10 तक जाओगे. So what will be your 12 to 9, 1 to 10, right, 3 to 11. See, then this is the way you are going to count. And so see what is if you are just out, there are out of 12 things and you are looking only for 10 consecutive. यदि मान लो 12 चीज़ों में से 10 वो ऑलरेडी उसका पार्ट है, यदि मान लो वो बोलता है कि आपको 16 कंजिक्यूटिव या 17 कंजिक्यूटिव थिंग, तब तो प्रॉब्लम आती है. लेकिन यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? यहाँ तो सिंपल आपको यानी जिसमें सेलेक्ट कर रहे हो, जो जितने नंबर सेलेक्ट कर रहे हो, दैट इज 10, दैट इज लेस देन 12, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है, राइट. तो इसमें क्या है? इसमें 12 ही आएगा, राइट. ओके, आप हर एक में सर्कल बना सकते हो. ओके, लेट मी शो यू द all the cases so that you guys get it. Let me see. These will the cases 12 to 9, 1 to 10, 2 to, right. All these cases will be there till 11 is to 8. After that, the repetition will be there. So how many cases? 3, 3, 6, 4, 10, 11, 12. Total 14 ways. Okay. Then let's go to the next question. Question number 49. Now again, this is a remainder theorem question. What did it say? 10 to the power 10, 7. Why? Because you have to find the day. So इसमें क्या है? आप क्या करोगे? भाई 3 की पावर 10 आ गया, then again 7 देखोगे. 3 का साइक्लिसिटी क्या होता है? 3 1 जा 3, 3 2 जा 9, 3 3 जा 27, right. 3 1, then again it becomes right. So let's say you took 3 5, नहीं अब तो हो जाएगा वैसे, राइट. उसमें अब कितना आ गया? अब आ जाएगा यू विल राइट 2 की पावर 5, देन पावर 7, देन यू विल राइट सी क्या कर सकते हो? 4 into 2 ले सकते हो, राइट. सो या ऐसे करो 32/7 कर लो ना. 32/7 करोगे तो आपका रिमाइंडर कितना जाएगा? 4 आ जाएगा, राइट. 4 विल बी द रिमाइंडर. सो एंड व्हाट इज द डे? व्हाट इज योर डे? इज संडे. संडे में आप 4 डेज ऐड करोगे, मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे थर्सडे. योर आंसर विल बी थर्सडे. क्लियर? ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव टू now this question is good question. There are 3 traffic signal, each changes color from green to red. Okay, green से क्या कर रहा है? रेड में चेंज हो रहा है, फिर रेड देन रेड टू ग्रीन. 2 केसेस हो रहे हैं. फर्स्ट सिग्नल से 25 सेकंड, यानी पहला 25 सेकंड ले रहा है, अगला 39 सेकंड ले रहा है, एंड अगला 60 सेकंड ले रहा है. ओके, एंड these are standard question. इस तरह क्वेश्चन आते रहता है. एंड व्हाट दे आर सेइंग दैट the duration of the green and red colors are the same, right? उनका जो duration है वो same है. And at 2 p.m. they change color, they together turn green. यानी 2 p.m. पे सब green है. Okay, so green है. Then at what time they will change to green next simultaneously? यानी पहले तो green से red होगा, red से फिर green होगा. तो आपको क्या है इसमें सीधा LCM लेना है. ये तो सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. 5 into 5 का LCM लोगे, right? 13 into 3 का LCM, right? Right. ओके, सो क्या एलसीएम आएगा इसमें? 5 की पावर तो रहेगा ही रहेगा. ओके, 13 भी रहेगा, 13 into 3 भी रहेगा, 13 into 3, राइट, एंड 2 की पावर 3 भी रहेगा. 2 की पावर 3, राइट. 25 into, राइट, 39 into 8. ओके, 25 into 8 कितना हो गया आपका? 200, राइट. कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ क्या? 25, राइट. जस्ट मिनट पर 13, 43. हाँ सॉरी, ये 14 है ना, ये सॉरी, ये कैसे आ गया? 2 2 4. ओके, सो ये 2 एक कम हो जाएगा. एक 2 को कम कर दीजिए, राइट. एक 2 कम हो जाएगा. इसका मतलब ये, यानी इसमें से 2 कम कर दोगे, यानी 3900, क्योंकि इसको मल्टीप्लाई करके कितना आएगा, यानी 25 into 8 into 3900, उसमें से 2 माइनस करना है. तो यानी ये प्रोडक्ट आता है 3900 into 2, इसको 3900 आ गया. 3900 आपका क्या रहा है एक सिग्नल के बाद, 3900 सेकेंड, और आपको 2 के लिए वेट करना है. 3900 सेकेंड कितना होता है? 3600 हो गया 1 घंटे. बचे आपका 300 सेकेंड, राइट. ये हो गया 5 मिनट. यानी एक सर्किल होगा, ग्रीन टू रेड होगा 1 घंटे 5 मिनट पे, तो ग्रीन टू रेड अगेन होगा यानी 2 घंटे 5 मिनट पे. 2 hour 10 मिनट आपको ऐड करना है किसमें? 2 में. तो दैट विल बी योर दिस वन, यू नो, बी ऑप्शन 4 PM 4.4 to 10 PM, right? Okay, now see, this question I found it a little bit doubtful, but anyway, what they are saying, 40 children are standing in a circle, and the ring has to be passed clockwise. You know, child 1 is passing to child 2, you know, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, right? So आप गैप देख रहे हो, इसमें 1 का गैप है, इसमें 2 का गैप है, इसमें 7 का गैप है. ओके, देन इसमें 11, राइट. इस तरह ये चल रहा है. So and after how many such changes including child 1 will be the ring be in the hands of child 1 again, right? So you have to do counting. I will just show you the counting, you know. Just a minute. See this, okay. So you know, this counting is there, and see, according to me that number should be, because if you're considering child 1, right? So and if the child 1 is included in the circle, and there are total 40, total 40 students, 40 children, then you know, I'm still see, if this is child 1, so the remaining child has to be how many? 39 child, right? 39. So this number has to be you know, at the, you know, after a turn of 40, 80 or 120. Okay, but when you do this thing in the you know, when you keep on adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 like that, you get number like 121, you get number like 79. So I'm still, you know, not very sure of this question, but again, if I have to take a call, I will take 121, right? Your 121 is, just a minute, 121 is option B, right? And how you got it? And it is simple. You know this, you know, you will kind of you know, adding increasing numbers. Let me just go back to the question number. Next question. See, okay, now this question was lengthy. I would not say this question difficult, but lengthy question. What they say? This is the series. Can you see? Z is 2 times, Y is equal to 3 times, So the moment you saw that 4, you will immediately say, okay, you know alphabets are 26, you will say I have to add this series. Okay, then you will start adding this series. So and you have to find the middle term. So it is calculative. Either you have to do it, or you, see if your other option you may leave it. But if you are going to do it, you have to do the calculation smartly. Okay, so add from 1 to 27. What you will do? You will add, you will add from 2 to 27. What you will do? Add from 1 to 27. That will be 27. Sorry, 27 into 28 by 2, and you will minus 1. For this, to get this sum. To get this sum, you will minus 1. Okay, and this will be 27 into 14 minus 1. This will be your 270, 108, right? 378, right? Minus 1, 377. Okay, 377 you got. कोई गड़बड़ तो नहीं हुआ? राइट. ओके, 270 एंड 54, राइट, ठीक है. ओके, 8, 8, 7, 378, 377 आपके टोटल इसमें. ओके, बट आपको मिडिल टर्म फाइंड आउट करना है. तो इसका मिडिल टर्म क्या होगा भाई? आपको पहले 377 को उसमें डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा 2 में, राइट? सो दिस विल बी 180, राइट? 2, it is 189 term will be the your middle term. How you will get it? Simply, right? This is 1, 17, 18, 16, then 18, right? So see, इस तरह के जो स्टेप्स हैं वो एग्जाम में टाइम ले जाते हैं. इफ़ यू नो द मोमेंट यू सी दिस नंबर एंड यू इमीडिएटली आपके माइंड में आ रहा है कि 188, तो वहाँ पे टाइम सेव होता है, वो प्रैक्टिस से आता है. तो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यानी आपके 188 इधर हो गए, फिर एक मिडिल टर्म हो गया, फिर 188 हो गया. अब आपको काउंट करने हैं वो नंबर्स. आप काउंट कर सकते हो, इधर से भी कर सकते हो. इधर अब यहाँ पे भी अगेन आप काउंट तो किधर से भी कर सकते हो, इधर से काउंट कर सकते हो. 2 + 3 + किस नंबर तक लिख के जाऊँ मुझे n, सो दैट माई सम विल बी 188. इसमें क्या कर सकते हो, अगेन वो फॉर्मूला लगा सकते हो, n into n + 1/2 - 1 शुड बी इक्वल टू 188. यहाँ से आपको n मिल जाएगा. ओके, वो एक तरीका है. अदरवाइज आप उस साइड से भी काउंट कर सकते हो. इधर से किस तरह काउंट करोगे? आप बोलोगे 27, 26, 25, 24, 23 एंड 23, 22. यानी व्हाट ट्राइंग टू डू, आप पहले आप यू आर ट्राइंग टू मेक 188. ओके, 188 का कैसे पहुंचोगे? तो आप इन सब नंबर थी एक तरीका तो इनको ऐड भी कर सकते हो. यहाँ आपको एपी दिख रहा है सीधे. ओके, आपको दिख रहा है कि ओके मेरा एपी सीरीज बन गया है 25 का, तो 25 इंटू 25 करोगे, ये हो गया 125 हो गया. ठीक है, 125 पहुँच गया आप 5 डिजिट पे. ठीक है, देन व्हाट यू विल डू, देन यू विल गो 22, 21, 20, राइट? ये हो गया आपका यानी 2 को ऐड करने पे, राइट? 43 को ऐड किया, सही रहा, 5 × 25, ठीक है. 168 और 20 और ऐड करना पड़ेगा, तो आपको 188 पे, यानी आपको 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 टोटल 8 नंबर से उधर को पीछे जाना है. यानी ए से A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. कितना हो गया? 4 और 4 8, यानी 8. ये आपके जो 8 नंबर है, ये कितना काउंट कर रहे हैं आपका? 188. सो योर आंसर हैज टू बी, you have to look for the 189th digit. That has to be I only. Okay. So your just a minute. Your option will be I, because 188 क्या है? A से लेके H तक. फिर लेंथी क्वेश्चन है, इसमें कुछ कर नहीं सकते. Okay. Now this is a good question. Now what you have to do here? See what they are saying. इसमें कुछ यानी केसेस बनाना है आपको. Is P greater than Q? ये आपको बताना है. Is P greater than Q? Simple answer. यानी if you are able to analyze this, what they are saying, P into Q is greater than 0. So let's say उस केस में क्या क्या केसेस हो सकते हैं P Q के? P greater than 0 वाला, मान लीजिए मैं 2, 3 ले लेता हूँ, ठीक है. 3, 2 ले लेता हूँ, तब भी greater than 0 है. -2, -3 ले लेता हूँ, -3, -2 ले सकता हूँ, राइट? तो सॉरी, मेरे पास 4 केसेस बन गए, मैंने ये 4 ओके लिया, ठीक है, इस 4 केसेस लिए हैं। स्टेटमेंट 2, पी स्क्वायर इज ग्रेटर देन क्यू स्क्वायर, लेट्स से अगेन, तो इस केस में क्या हो सकता है, मान लो मेरा क्या है, पी स्क्वायर इज ग्रेटर देन क्यू स्क्वायर, राइट। इफ पी स्क्वायर इज ग्रेटर देन क्यू स्क्वायर, व्हाट आई विल डू, just a minute. If p square is greater than q square, what I will do, see what numbers I can take here. I can take, let's say 3 square is greater than 2 square, right? And minus 3 square is also greater than 2 square. There are two cases, right, from here. So first case, see, आपने देखा कि first case में भी आप नहीं बता सकते, फर्स्ट केस में तो बता ही नहीं सकते, राइट, पी इज ग्रेटर देन क्यू, क्योंकि आपके 4 केसेस बनना है। सेकंड केस में भी नहीं बता सकते क्योंकि आपके 2 केसेस बनना है, बिकॉज लेट्स से यू टेक केस 1 कि 3 इज ग्रेटर देन 2, बट हियर पी कैन आल्सो बी -3, बट -3 इज लेस देन, दिस शुड बी -2, दिस शुड बी -2, बट -3 इज स्मॉलर देन -2। सो इस केस में लेट्स से यू टेक बोथ द केसेस, लेट्स से आपने -3 और -2 वाला केस लिया, ओके, मान लो आपने बोला कि सपोज करो आपने ये वाला केस लिया, -3 और -2 वाला केस लिया, जिसमें बिकॉज -3 स्क्वायर इज ग्रेटर देन -2 स्क्वायर, एंड नाउ यू आर ट्राइंग टू ऐड दिस, यूज दिस, यू नो, यूजिंग दिस इंफॉर्मेशन, यू आर यूजिंग स्टेटमेंट 1 एज वेल, एंड देन ट्राई टू फाइंड वेदर यू कैन आंसर पी इज ग्रेटर देन क्यू। लेट्स से -2 और -3 क्या है आपका, पी है और ये क्यू है, राइट। सो फिर भी नहीं बता सकते, क्यों, क्योंकि सी मान लीजिए आपका Q -3 है, Q यदि Q -3 है और P -2 है, तब भी वो क्या है, ग्रेटर देन 0 हो जाएगा। गॉट द पॉइंट। सी यहाँ पे आपको इस क्वेश्चन में सबसे बड़ा क्रक्स क्या है, केवल यही सोचना है कि -3, इसमें 2 केसेस बनना है, 3 स्क्वायर इज ग्रेटर देन 2 स्क्वायर, -3 स्क्वायर इज ग्रेटर देन 2 स्क्वायर। यहाँ पे मेरे 2 केसेस बने कि 3 भी 2 से ग्रेटर हो सकता है, -3 स्क्वायर इज ग्रेटर देन 2 स्क्वायर, बट -3 स्मॉलर देन -2। सो हियर आई कैन नॉट आइडेंटिफाई, पहले वाले केस में आप आइडेंटिफाई कर ही नहीं पा रहे हो, क्योंकि आपके 4 केसेस बनना है, 2 3 3 2 -2 -3। सो व्हाट यू विल डू, देन अगेन यू आर क्लबिंग बोथ द इन्फॉर्मेशन। मान लो इसको आपने इसको इन्फॉर्मेशन को लिया, सो आप बोलोगे ओके, -3 मेरा पास -3 है यहाँ पे, और यहाँ पे -2 है, लेकिन जब -3 और -2 लेता हूँ मैं, तो यहाँ पे मेरा Q भी -3 हो सकता है, तो स्टिल आई कैन नॉट आइडेंटिफाई वेदर दिस कैन बी आंसर्ड, तो क्वेश्चन कैन नॉट बी आंसर्ड यूजिंग बोथ द स्टेटमेंट अलोन। आई हैव गिवन द सॉल्यूशंस हियर एज वेल, आप यहाँ पे इसका डिटेल्ड सॉल्यूशन पढ़ सकते हो। लेट मी शो यू, यहाँ पे नंबर्स लेके I am hopeful you will just go through this solution, and this here you will find the detailed solution. Now let's move to next question. Question number 57. See this question again is okay. See यहाँ पे आप या तो नंबर्स भी ले सकते हो, राइट, नंबर्स लेके भी कर सकते हो या इक्वेशन बना के भी। लेट्स से क्या बोल रहा है, हमें क्या पूछना है, P + Q - R इज ग्रेटर देन P - Q + R, ये हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना है, ठीक है। तो इसको तो एक तो सिंपल सा तरीका है, इसको सॉल्व कर लो, राइट। सो व्हाट विल बी, P से P कैंसिल हो जाएगा, और आपका Q इज ग्रेटर देन R, 2Q इज ग्रेटर देन R आएगा, तो Q इक्वल टू, यानी ये आपका ये हमें बताना है वेदर Q इज ग्रेटर देन R। सो लेट्स से इफ आई हैव ओनली दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन, P - Q इज पॉजिटिव, दैट मीन्स P इज ग्रेटर देन Q, तो उससे कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा, राइट, क्योंकि यहाँ पे Q और R के रिलेशन के बारे में बात कर रहा है, बट हियर आई हैव द इन्फॉर्मेशन ओनली वेदर P इज ग्रेटर देन, लेट्स से आई टेक अनदर इन्फॉर्मेशन एज वेल, दैट P, ओके, स्टेटमेंट 1 अलोन से कुछ नहीं हो सकता, स्टेटमेंट 2 को भी मैं यूज़ करूँ तो वो भी P और R के बीच में रिलेशन बता रहा है, Q और के बीच में नहीं बता रहा, वो भी नहीं हो सकता। ओके, somebody might से कि मैंने यहाँ पे अलजेब्रिक ऑपरेशन किया है, क्या उसकी वजह से लॉजिक, नो, लॉजिक जो है ना वो आपके करेक्ट अलजेब्रिक ऑपरेशन, अलजेब्रिक ऑपरेशन मतलब मैंने P से P काटा है, Q को उधर ले गया है, आपके जब जो बेसिक अलजेब्रिक ऑपरेशन होते हैं उसकी वजह से लॉजिक कभी चेंज नहीं होता है। तो यहाँ पे जो लॉजिक टेस्ट हो रहा है वही यहाँ भी टेस्ट हो रहा है, ठीक है। सो योर P and R इज नेगेटिव, राइट, सो दिस मीन्स R इज ग्रेटर देन P, दिस सेकंड स्टेटमेंट सेल, उससे भी नहीं मिल रहा है. अब दोनों को ऐड कर दो, P इज ग्रेटर देन यू नो Q एंड R इज ग्रेटर देन इवन P. तो इन दोनों को मैच करोगे तो यू कैन सी R इज ग्रेटर देन Q, राइट. सो दोनों को मैच करके आंसर बाय यूजिंग कैन बी आंसर्ड बोथ द सेंटेंस टुगेदर, राइट. 57 it can be answered both the statement together. I have also solved it taking numbers. वो थोड़ा इन्हें डिटेल्ड है, बट जब आप प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, व्हेन यू प्रैक्टिस एट तो उस तरह करो, क्योंकि वो नेचुरल तरीका है. ये जो इक्वेशन सॉल्व करने वाला, दिस इज नॉट द नेचुरल तरीका. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू, ओके यहाँ पे लिया नहीं मैंने, बट एनीवे इन क्लास आई विल डिस्कस हाउ यू कैन सॉल्व. व्हाट आई मीन टू से, मान लो P माइनस इस वाली इक्वेशन में, ये जो इक्वेशन है आपकी, लेट्स सी दिस इक्वेशन इज देयर, P प्लस Q माइनस R इज ग्रेटर देन P माइनस Q प्लस R. अब ये बोल रहा है P माइनस Q इज नेगेटिव, P माइनस Q इज नेगेटिव, इसको आपने नेगेटिव ले लिया, राइट. तो सॉरी P माइनस Q इज पॉजिटिव, इसको आपने पॉजिटिव ले लिया, ये भी पॉजिटिव हो गया, ये भी पॉजिटिव हो गया. तो एंड फिर आप इस तरह नंबर का कॉम्बिनेशन लोगे कि तब भी आप प्रूव कर दो कि ये हो सकता है. So that is a more basic method, and that is how you evolve during the preparation. You do not evolve in a aptitude test through algebraic operation. No, you evolve through practice and examples. Now let's question number 58. Question number 58. Now this is again very I will say good question. What they are saying. In a party, 75% took tea, 60% took coffee, and 15% took both tea and coffee. Let us draw it. And they are asking how many, each person takes at least one drink, and how many person attended the party. This is a question we have to answer. So let's say this thing. This is the 75. Tea is equal to 75. Coffee is equal to how much? 60. And the 15 is the common, so this will be 60, and this will be 45. And each person took at least one drink, and no one taking tea takes milk. So tea और milk का कोई overlap नहीं हो सकता. Then what they are saying, how many person attended that? If 50% took the milk, मान लो 50% took the milk. Okay, यदि मैं milk वाले को मैं यहाँ पे रख लेता हूँ, right? Simple यहाँ पे 50, तो ठीक है भाई, फिर तो मैं बता सकता हूँ. लेकिन सी देन आई कैन से 60 प्लस 60 120 प्लस 50 170. लेकिन मिल्क केवल यहाँ पे नहीं हो सकता, मिल्क इससे भी ओवरलैप कर सकता है ना. टी से ओवरलैप नहीं करेगा, बट मिल्क कैन ओवरलैप विद कॉफी एज वेल. लेट्स से इफ मिल्क ओवरलैप विद कॉफी, राइट, मिल्क इज इक्वल टू 50. मिल्क यदि से ओवरलैप कर रहा है तो कितना एरिया ओवरलैप कर रहा है, दैट आई डू नॉट नो, राइट. इफ आई डू नॉट नो देन इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू आंसर. डिफिकल्ट के इट इज इम्पॉसिबल. Then let's say second part I take. The number of person who attended the party is 5 times the number of person who took milk only, right? Milk only is what area? This black area, right? This is the only milk only. So let's say this is Z. These person are Z, and the number of person who attended party is 5Z. Okay. So what I will say, 5Z is equal to the number of person who attended the party is 5 times the number of person who took milk Z only. Okay. So how many person attended the party? This number, 60 plus 15 plus 45, that is 120 plus Z. Okay, 120 plus Z कितना हो गया? 4Z. Z कितना हो जाएगा आपका? 30, राइट. Z आपका इससे आ जाएगा 30 आ जाएगा. तो इससे आपका आंसर हो जाएगा. स्टेटमेंट 2 से आंसर हो जाएगा. आंसर कैन बी यूजिंग बट नॉट तो इधर से तो नहीं हो सकता. वो 10 स्टैंडर्ड टूगेदर्स की जरूरत नहीं है. आपका ए आंसर आ जाएगा 58 का ए. ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. जस्ट अ मिनट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 59. नाउ दिस इज अगेन tricky. Such question you know or you do not know. What they are saying, 3-digit number, what is the number? Sum of the digit of the number is equal to the product of the digit. राइट. ये बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको बता देगा कि ओके कब होता है. 1 2 3 वाले केस में होता है. 1 2 3 सम इज 3 + 2 + 1 6, और इसमें आप सारे कॉम्बिनेशन देख लोगे, राइट. 1 राइट 2 1 3 2 3 1 3 1 2 3 2 1. ओके, ये सारे कॉम्बिनेशन हो जाएंगे. इज इक्वल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द डिजिट. तो यहाँ से तो नहीं, वी कैन नॉट टेक यूनिक नंबर, क्योंकि 6 केसेज हो रहे हैं, और किसी केस में अकॉर्डिंग टू मी यानी नहीं हो सकता, राइट, यही 6 केसेज होंगे. द नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय द सम ऑफ द, if the number is divisible by the sum of the digits of the number. See, the one who has studied number theory, उनके माइंड में ऑटोमेटिकली आएगा, राइट. सी उनके माइंड में ऑटोमेटिकली आएगा, नॉट नंबर थ्योरी, विद नंबर सिस्टम. नंबर सिस्टम एक छोटा पार्ट है, उस पर इवॉल्व होती है नंबर थ्योरी. इफ दोज पीपल यू नो, उनके माइंड में ऑटोमेटिकली आएगा. लेकिन जिन्होंने भी थोड़ा सा कैट CSAT का प्रिपरेशन किया है, दे विल से देयर मैनी नंबर्स लाइक दिस. ओके, सो व्हाट दे आर सेइंग, द नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय द सम ऑफ द डिजिट्स ऑफ द नंबर. सो ऐसे बहुत सारे नंबर्स हैं. ओके, लेट्स से इसमें से भी कुछ यू नो, द की पॉइंट इज इसमें से भी कुछ नंबर है. इसमें से 6 से कौन सा डिवाइड हो जाएगा, अब देखिए 132 6 से डिवाइड हो जाएगा, राइट. 6 2 एंड 2 22 टाइम्स. ओके, ये डिवाइड हो जाएगा. और कोई डिवाइड होगा 6 से, ये देखिए 312, राइट, 312 भी डिवाइड होगा. ओके, तो यहाँ भी आपके 2 केसेज हैं, राइट. 2 केसेज नहीं, और भी केसेज हैं. लेट्स से 450 देखते हैं. 450 क्या है, सम ऑफ डिजिट कितना है 9, 450 इज डिविजिबल बाय 90, 540, राइट. ये भी आपका डिजिट है. इस तरह बहुत सारी केसेज हैं, राइट. बट हियर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ डिजिट इज नॉट इक्वल टू सम ऑफ डिजिट. व्हाट हियर इज द नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय द सम ऑफ डिजिट, दैट इज 9. सो लेट्स से यू, यानी इस वाले केस में तो बहुत सारे केसेस बनना है. सो लेकिन इन दोनों में ये फिर भी 2 नंबर ओवरलैप हो रहे हैं. सो इवन यूजिंग दिस 2 cases, you know, you cannot really identify, you know, what is the number, because there will be always 2 cases. So this question cannot be answered even, your answer should be D, cannot be answered even using both the statements. Let's move to the, this is simple question, you know, sitter. What they are saying, 5 children का age है A to E, then any 2 successive differ by 2 years. What is the age of the youngest child? That is A का age बताना है. The age of the eldest child is 3 times the youngest child. मान लीजिए इसका, मान लीजिए हम क्या मान लेते हैं, E का क्या है, E का एज हो गया 3x और इसका हो गया x, राइट. तो B का एज कितना होगा, x + 2, x + 4 एंड x + 6 प्लस, राइट. इस तरह आप इनको यानी ये आपने एजेस लिख दिया एंड ओके इज 3 टाइम. Okay, so see what you can do. See, one this thing is, let's say they are differing by 2 to 2. So you will write x + 2, x + 3, x + 2, x + 4, x + 6, x + 8. So indirectly x + 8 is also equal to your eldest child age, and which is equal to 3 times of youngest child age. Youngest child age is x. So 3x is equal to x + 8. That will give you how much? Your x is equal to 4. So इससे आंसर हो जाएगा. द एवरेज एज ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन इज 8 years. इसका मतलब एवरेज का मतलब क्या है, मीन वाला, राइट. क्योंकि दिस इज AP सीरीज. AP सीरीज क्यों, क्योंकि सबका डिफरेंस क्या है, 2 ईयर का है. तो ये मान लो 8 है, ये 8 है, दिस विल बी 6, दिस इज 8, देन दिस इज 6, दिस इज 4, दिस इज 10, दिस इज योर 12. ओके, दिस इज तो यहाँ से भी आपका यंगेस्ट चाइल्ड का व्हाट इज द एज ऑफ द यंगेस्ट चाइल्ड, यहाँ भी मालूम पड़ गया 4. The question can be answered, using either the statement alone. The answer should be B. Simple question, थोड़ा सा ट्विस्ट किया है, लेकिन ज़्यादा कुछ इसमें है नहीं. ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा, इसमें आपको केसेस बनाने हैं. इन एग्जामिनेशन द मैक्सिमम मार्क्स फॉर द ईच ऑफ द 4 पेपर्स आर PQRS 100 marks each, एंड स्टूडेंट कैन स्कोर 99% इन डिफरेंट वे. 99 कितना हो गया आपका, 99% ऑफ 400 कितना हो गया, 396. आपको यानी ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है आपका, 396 को डिवाइड करना है किसमें, 4 पार्ट्स में. सो एक तरीका तो ये सकता है 96, 100. आई विल शो यू द केसेस, राइट. इट विल you might also use it in your, let's say this is question number 5th. Question number, this is 60 we have done, right. Okay, 65. Now 396 you have to arrange it, so one case is this 96 को आप एक रखा, बाकी सबको 100 दिया. तो ये कितने वेज में हो सकता है, 96 यहाँ भी आ सकता है, यानी 4 में किसी वेज में आ सकता है, यानी 4 में से किसी प्लेस में, तो 4 वेज हो गए. एक केस क्या हो सकता है, सी अब वहाँ पे एग्जाम में किस तरह सोचना है आपको, एक को बढ़ाते चलो दूसरे को घटाते चलो, इसको 97 बनाए तो इसको यानी इसको बढ़ाया एक को घटाया तो 97 99। अब इनको क्या है अरेंज करना है, टोटल कितनी प्लेसेज है 4 प्लेसेज 4 फैक्टोरियल, लेकिन इसमें दो टू क्या है, दो आर सेम, तो 4 फैक्टोरियल बाई 2 फैक्टोरियल दैट विल बी 12। सिमिलरली अभी इसमें और क्या अरेंजमेंट हो सकता है, 98 98 ले लिया आपने, राइट। सो इसमें क्या है टोटल 4 अगेन 4 प्लेसेज, लेकिन आपके दो सेम है 2 और 2, तो यू विल राइट 2 फैक्टोरियल, राइट 6। देन सी नाउ मैनी नाउ दिस केस कम सी यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा मैं ऐसे लिख गया, इसको थोड़ा सोचना आप, राइट। ये इतना नेचुरली आता नहीं है, when you are making this cases it will take time, तो इसको नेचुरली आने में वो प्रैक्टिस से आएगा। What you have to see this 99 99 98 100, यहाँ भी सी एक और दो का काम है, टोटल 4 कम कर दिया। अब इसको अरेंज करना है, 4 प्लेसेस 4 फैक्टोरियल, इसमें दो सेम है 2 फैक्टोरियल, दिस अगेन हो गया आपका 12 वेद में। लास्ट केस होगा आपका 99 99, ये आपका एक ही तरीके से हो सकता है। देन यू विल ऐड ऑल द वेज 12 + 16 22 22 34 and 35 ways. Okay, so this is the way you have to do it. I'm hopeful that you will go through these solutions. Now this question is very set standard and you find it all the examination. 4 steps हैं, simple I think 4 steps हैं। इसमें कितने कलर्स हैं आपके पास, 3 कलर्स हैं। व्हाट इज द डिफरेंट वे इन विच दिस कैन बी डन सो दैट नो टू एडजेसेंट स्ट्रिप हैव द सेम कलर। सी पहले में मान लो तीन आप रख सकते हो, राइट, क्योंकि 3 ही कलर है ना, बिकॉज रेड ग्रीन एंड येलो। अब सेकंड में क्या है, सेकंड स्ट्रिप में क्या है आपका, उसमें से कलर नहीं आएगा तो 2 आ गया। अब मान लीजिए आपने इसमें कोई कलर चूज़ किया है, लेकिन अब यहाँ पे आप ये अलग कलर तो नहीं चूज़ कर सकते जो इसमें चूज़ किया है, लेकिन जो पहला चूज़ किया था फर्स्ट में स्ट्रिप में जो चूज़ किया था, सपोज दिस स्ट्रिप 2 स्ट्रिप 3 स्ट्रिप 4, उसको तो चूज़ कर ही सकते हो। यहाँ पे 2 अगेन सेम हियर, यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हो आप, यहाँ पे ये वाला चूज़ नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन ये दोनों तो चूज़ कर ही सकते हो। तो टोटल केस विल बी 3 × 2 × 2 24, राइट, 8 × 3 24। यानी देख लीजिएगा, इसमें सिंपल है, इस क्वेश्चन में कोई वो नहीं है। इसमें क्या है, यू हैव टू लुक फॉर अरेंजमेंट कि हाउ मेनी वेज इट कैन बी अरेंज्ड। दिस इज 4 मीटर एंड 2.2 1.4 सेंटीमीटर। ठीक, अब आप पीसफुली करोगे तो क्वेश्चन हो जाएगा। इसमें आपको ये टाइल्स को अरेंज करना है 140 सेंटीमीटर 40 सेंटीमीटर की, उसको मैक्सिमाइज करना है। ठीक, एग्जाम में क्या होता है, आप क्वेश्चन तो हो जाएगा, आपके मन में रहता है कि कहीं कोई एक और टाइल अरेंजमेंट तो नहीं रही, वहाँ पे टाइम लगता है, राइट, वहाँ पे थोड़ा सा टेंशन बढ़ती है। तो इसका कोई फॉर्मूला तो नहीं है, एज फार एज माई नॉलेज इट इज़ ऑल पार्ट ऑफ combinatorics we call it, right, where you count the things. So let me show you, 2 different arrangements where and let's say these are the 2 different arrangements. Okay, एक ये हो गया, यानी 4 को 0.6 वर्टिकल रखा और ये फुली ऑक्यूपाई हो गया, राइट। 0.14 कितना हो गया, 2.8 + 1.2 4 मीटर, आपके कितने ब्रिक्स हो गए, 6 ब्रिक्स हो गए। फिर यहाँ पे 7 और 8, ठीक, यहाँ पे नहीं आएगा क्योंकि यहाँ पे कितना बचा है आपके बाद, 1.4 के बाद आपका कितना बचा है, 1.6 सॉरी 1.4 के बाद आपके पास बचा है 0.8 ओनली। तो आपका यानी इस तरह यहाँ पे एक और ब्रिक नहीं आ सकता, तो यहाँ पे ब्रिक नहीं आएगा, तो एक ब्रिक यहाँ पे एक ब्रिक यहाँ पे। आप एक अरेंजमेंट ये भी कर सकते थे, राइट, मान लीजिए 4 पॉइंट इस तरह, ये 0.6 वाला, राइट, फिर ये वाला, ये कितना हो जाएगा, ये 1.8 हो जाएगा, ये 1.4 3.2, राइट। आप इस तरह 3 4 5 6, राइट, फिर यहाँ पे 1.4 है, यहाँ पे भी एक ब्रिक आ जाएगा, ओके, यहाँ पे भी एक ब्रिक है। दिस इज वन मोर अरेंजमेंट, बट एज पर माई अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट इज़ नॉट मोर देन 8। आप फिर भी एक बार चेक कर लीजिए। नाउ लेट्स मूव टू क्वेश्चन नंबर okay, what it says again, here you have to do counting, They are 5 person, P, Q, R, S, T. Each of them has to assign one task. Neither P or Q cannot be assigned task 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. P and Q cannot be assigned task 1. Okay. So and task 2 must be done by R or S. This is P, Q, R, S, T. The most important thing, how you are going to count in examination. Think like this. P can टास्क 1 नहीं आ सकता P में और टास्क 2 नहीं आ सकता. इसके कितने वेज हो सकते हैं? 3 वेज हो सकते हैं. ठीक है. इसके फिर 2 वेज होंगे, राइट, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी एक वेज तो उसे ले लिया है. ठीक, क्यू भी नहीं कर सकता टास्क 1, ओके, और पी में आपने ऑलरेडी एक वे असाइन कर दिया है और टास्क 2 भी नहीं जा सकता, तो 2 हो गए. अब आर और एस में मान लीजिए एक आपको टास्क 2 असाइन करना. मान लीजिए आपने पहले आर को असाइन कर दिया, राइट, तो फिर इसका कितना बचेगा? एस में क्या आएगा? टास्क 2 मस्ट बी असाइन टू इधर आर एस. तो यहाँ पे कितना आएगा? 2 और यहाँ पे 1. ओके, सी यहाँ पे 2 क्यों? अब तक आपके कितने आपके टोटल टास्क है? 5 टास्क हैं. इसके आपके 3 आपके ऑक्यूपाई हो गए, राइट. तो 2 यहाँ पे हो सकते हैं, फिर लास्ट वाले को तो 1 करना ही पड़ेगा. लेकिन यहाँ पे एक और केस बनेगा. लेट्स से यू असाइंड दिस टास्क 2 टू एस. ओके, तो सेम उसमें भी सेम वे हो जाएगा. आप बोलोगे सेम वे कैसे हो जाएगा? तो ये दोनों चीज़ तो सेम रहेगा, पी और क्यू का, राइट. सपोज कीजिए एस के लिए 1 कर दिया. सो नाउ आर कैन टेक हाउ मेनी वैल्यूज? आर कैन टेक 2 वैल्यूज. देन ये आप दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करो. 12, 3 इंटू 2 इंटू 2, 12. इधर 12 आएगा और इधर 12 आएगा. दैट विल बी 24, राइट. तो आंसर शुड बी 68 का डी. ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. What they're saying? They are large number of silver coins making 2 and 2 to buy 70. They must buy at least 7 coins. Okay. So buy at least 7 coins. So if you can prove, if you can prove that you are getting 78 less than more than 7 coins, then it is fine. Okay, so how you will do the counting? See, don't worry, you might say, how I'm going to count, it is going to take time. No problem, but it will come through practice. Let's say I have to count 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, कितना हो गया? 50, 60, 70, नो, ये तो 80 हो गया ना. सो 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 हो गया 78 हो गया. ओके, so what they are saying to buy, और कोई तरीका है? One must buy at least 7 coins. 7, ओके, उससे कम पे कर सकते हैं. देखिए उससे कम पे, यानी इससे कम. अब मान लो 50 का कॉम्बिनेशन तो 25 के साथ, ठीक है, तो 75, तब तो उधर बन ही नहीं सकता 78. 50 का कॉम्बिनेशन लेते हो 5 के साथ, ठीक है, तो और भी ज़्यादा जाएगा, राइट. 5 को आप मान लो 7 से ज़्यादा जाएगा. ओके, 2 के साथ लेते हो तो और भी ज़्यादा जाएगा. तो दिस इज द मिनिमम. ओके, तो दिस इज 3 और 4, 7, दिस इज द मिनिमम. अब आपको यहाँ पे बाई करना है, और यहाँ पे क्या है? टू वेग 78 कॉइन्स यूजिंग 3 कॉइन्स. वन कैन यूज लेस देन 7 कॉइन्स. मान लो आप 6 कॉइन में प्रूव कर दो, तो आपको 78 वेग करना है. लेट्स से दिस इज द वेइंग मशीन. 78 आपको वेग करना है, तो आप कैसे करोगे? मान लो आप इधर रख दिया 50, मान लो आपने 10, 10, 10 कर दिया. 10, 10, 10, 10, ये हो गया आपका 4, और इधर रख दिया 2, तो आपका 78 वेग हो गया, राइट. इधर 80 हो गया, इधर हो गया. आप क्या नहीं, आपने 4 में यूज़ करके आपने इसको, यानी लेस देन 7, राइट. दिस इज करेक्ट. दिस इज लेस देन 7 एंड दिस इज आल्सो करेक्ट. 69, सी यहाँ पे आपने अब वेग कैसे करो? एक साइड 2 रख दिया, एक साइड आपने क्या रख दिया? 4 रख दिया. ओके, सो ये 4 कॉइन्स है. 50 से ये 4 कॉइन्स है, यहाँ पे 2 कॉइन्स है. अब यहाँ से 78 वेग कर ले जा रहे हो, and this is what it is. 79, your answer should be C. Sorry, 69 answer should be C. Now we'll move to question number 70. Okay. Now, see, again, this question is not difficult. This question is not difficult. I will say this question is only lengthy. You know, you have to make one what this means. I will not, put this question into a very good, category because what you have to do, you simply just take those cases. What is symbol means? A plus B means A is neither smaller nor equal. Neither smaller nor equal means A has to be greater than B. A minus B is A is not greater. Not greater than means it could be equal or smaller than B. This way, you will take all the scenario. You will make all the cases. Then what you will do? Then you will write the statement. What is the statement? P into Q. P into Q means P again using the same notation. P is greater than Q. P minus T, implies P minus T. What it implies? Just now we saw that P is less than or equal to T. T divided by R is greater than T. R plus minus S is equal to R is equal to S. So using these four statements, what you can write? Let's say P is greater than Q and T is even greater than P. This is equal to, and R is greater than T and R is equal to S. This is what we have got. Using this, okay, we have written it here. Then what is the question? Question says conclusion 1 is Q equal to T. Actually it is Q plus minus T, which equal to P equal to 2. Q T के equal है? Okay, may not be right. See, P can be greater or equal to. So this conclusion we cannot drive. आप समझ रहे हो क्योंकि see P इसके बीच में है. So we cannot say that Q is equal to T. So this conclusion we cannot drive. Let's say second part. Just a minute. What the second part is? S plus Q. Okay. S plus Q, and what is the S plus Q notation? A is neither smaller nor equal to B. S is neither smaller nor equal to B. This is neither smaller nor equal to B. Neither is smaller nor, S is greater than Q. Okay, this is what it has to follow. And S is greater than Q. अभी हमने देखा, right? S is greater than Q है नहीं है? आप यहाँ से देख लो. आपका ये फाइनल आया था, right? S यहाँ पर है, Q है, right? तो यहाँ पे इक्वलिटी नहीं है, right? यहाँ पे इक्वलिटी नहीं है. R is greater than T and R is equal to S. तो S has to be greater than Q. लेकिन लास्ट वाले केस में वो इक्वलिटी था. That's why that conclusion was not following. So your question number 70 is also done. Now we will move to the remaining question. Now let's move to question number 74. What is the remainder, when it is divided by, see it's a simple, again you have to check cyclicity, right? The cyclicity of 2 is 4. Okay. So very simple question. I don't think it's a simple, remainder theorem पे काफ़ी question आए. ये one of those simple question है. क्या है? 2 की power 192 है. Okay, you know this thing. 16. What you will do? आप पहले 4 का combination ले करो. Right? 2 192 है. Right? So what you will do? 2 की power 4 लिया. आपको किस पे चेक करना है? 6. Your number is divisible by 6. तो ये कितना हो जाएगा? 16, right? 48, right? तो 16 and 6 का रिमाइंडर कितना आएगा? 6, ये रिमाइंडर आएगा 4, right? 4 की पावर 48 by 6. Okay. Then 448. Then see, इसमें कुछ नहीं है, नहीं आपको अब क्या करना है? 4 स्क्वायर लोगे, फिर 24 लोगे, फिर 6 लोगे, right? फिर अगेन 4 स्क्वायर कितना हो गया? 16 हो गया. देन 16 को 6 से डिवाइड करोगे, कितना बचेगा? फिर अगेन 4 रिमाइंडर बचेगा. तो 4 का साइक्लिसिटी चलता रहेगा. ओके, सो यू विल कम टिल 4 to the power 3. 4 की पावर 3 by 6, दैट इज नथिंग बट 4 into 4 by 6, दैट इज योर 64 by 6. कितना आ गया? 64 by 6. 64 by 6 को करोगे तो आपका कितना आएगा? 4 रिमाइंडर आएगा. सिंपल क्वेश्चन, कुछ ज़्यादा आई विल नॉट से वेरी डिमांडिंग बट लेंदी, साइक्लिसिटी काफ़ी ज़्यादा चल रहा है। इसमें देखिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 75। ओके, सी यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा आई फाउंड दिस नॉट वेरी इजी टू आइडेंटिफाई दिस को पैटर्न। यहाँ पे आपको क्या करना है, आपको सी दिख गया तो दिख गया, नहीं तो क्या कर सकते हैं। यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, एक नंबर डुप्लीकेट हो रहा है, राइट। जैसे यहाँ पे आपको बी का डुप्लीकेशन दिख रहा है। ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाट। और थोड़ा सा उससे भी देख सकते हो कि ओके कि नहीं ऑप्शन इस तरह के दिए हुए हैं, तो आप सोचो कि यहाँ पे तो डी होना ही चाहिए, तो ये डी है, राइट। सो सी व्हाट द पॉइंट इज, पहले यहाँ पे डी डुप्लीकेट हो रहा है, फिर यहाँ पे सी डुप्लीकेट हो रहा है, फिर यहाँ पे बी डुप्लीकेट हो रहा है, फिर यहाँ पे ए रिपीट हो रहा है, राइट। तो डी इस तरह, तो आप देख लोगे डी सी ए, योर दिस विल बी यानी ये क्वेश्चन है, हो गया। सी दिस इज लाइक आइडेंटिफाइंग दैट था ना, उसमें एक नॉन प्राइम नंबर था, यदि वो आइडेंटिफाई हो गया तो ये क्वेश्चन भी आइडेंटिफाई हो जाएगा। नाउ दिस इज लिटिल बिट आई विल से थोड़ा सा लेंथी क्वेश्चन, बट एनीवे आई विल शो यू। A, B, C and D are 2-digit number, multiplying A into B results with a 3-digit number D, E, F. Adding D, E, F to another 3-digit number gives 975, and you have been given that E and F is equal to 0, 8, and all these are distinct number. So A, B, C का वैल्यू निकालना है। I will show you how to make the cases here, right? अब इसमें सी अब एग्जाम में केसेस बनाना यानी टाइम बहुत जाता है, लेकिन आप कोशिश करो कि केसेस वाले केसेस बनाने वाले यानी मोड में जाओ ही नहीं। ऐसे क्वेश्चन को तो स्किप कर सकते हो, या कोई ट्रिक तो कुछ नहीं होता। What I would suggest with practice, I will show you what I mean by practice. With practice you can cut steps. Let's say you know this. This is given D, E, F is plus G, H, I is equal to 975. Okay, and you know your F is equal to 8. So immediately you will say my I has to be 7. Okay, so आपका I set हो गया, I आपका हो गया 7 हो गया. Okay, then E also is given, right? So your H has to be see F is 8, I is equal to 7, so H has to be 6 only because this is 7, right? H is equal to 6 और सारे नंबर आपके डिस्टिंक्ट हैं। देन अब आपका क्या बचा, देन यू हैव टू गेट सी अब 1 और 8 हो नहीं सकता यहाँ पे, 1 और 8 क्योंकि 8 ऑलरेडी हो गया है डी और जी में। देन हाउ यू कैन गेट 9 यू कैन गेट थ्रो 1 + 8, 2 + 7, 2 + 7 भी नहीं सकता बिकॉज ऑलरेडी वहाँ पे 7 हो गया है। देन 3 + 6 वो भी नहीं सकता क्योंकि ऑलरेडी 6 हो गया है, राइट। 4 + 5 यही बचा आपके पास, राइट। 4 + 5 यहाँ पे आप रखोगे एंड आपका जी यानी नाउ यू विल से कि ओके डी में क्या 4 रखना है कि उसमें 5 रखना है, नो प्रॉब्लम, वो भी एलिमिनेट हो जाएगा। नाउ यू नो कि माई डी एंड 5 कुड बी दिस नंबर ओनली, राइट। नाउ यू विल गो इनटू दिस पार्ट ए बी सी। सी यहाँ पे ट्रिक है थोड़ा, ए बी सी को मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हो आप सी डी से एंड यू आर गेटिंग अगेन D, E, F. So let's say you start with D is equal to 4 and you're getting this number F. F is equal to 8. You know F is equal to 8. तो यहाँ पर 8 आना है, यहाँ पे 4 तो यानी B कैसा हो सकता है, B यहाँ तो 2 सकता है, राइट। B could be 2. Then 7 हो नहीं सकता क्योंकि 7 ऑलरेडी ऑक्यूपाई हो गया है, राइट। और इसमें और कोई नहीं, राइट। वी कैन बी ओनली 2. Okay, so D is 4, B is equal to 2, right? Then again, see now what you will do. अब आपके पास क्या क्या बचा है, A बचा है और C बचा है, और उधर आपके नंबर 2 हो गया, 0 4 0 4 ये यानी 4 5 हो गया। आपके पास नंबर बचा है 9 बचा है, देन 3 बचा है, राइट। 3 और तो कोई नंबर नहीं बचा, 1 इज रिमेनिंग, राइट। 1 तो आपको जस्ट आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि मेरा ए सी 1 और 3 होगा कि 1 और 9 होगा। ओके, सो लेट मी शो यू हियर, जस्ट अ मिनट। 4 and 5, just see here, B is equal to ये 2, यहाँ पे 2 हो गया, लेट मी शो यू, यहाँ पे 2 हो गया, यहाँ पे 4 हो गया, राइट। सी यहाँ पे 1 और 9 क्यों नहीं हो सकता नंबर, यहाँ पे 9 क्यों नहीं हो सकता। सी 9 आप लोगे यहाँ पे, लेट से इनमें से कोई भी 9 ले लिया, राइट। मान लो आपने ये 9 ले लिया, सो आप यू हैव टू गेट द डी हियर, तो वो 4 के अंदर आना चाहिए, राइट। बिकॉज इफ डी इज 4 राइट. तो आप समझ रहे हो 9 यहाँ पे लोगे तो नंबर बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा. सो दैट इज द वे टू एलिमिनेट दैट दिस कैन नॉट बी ए और सी कैन नॉट टेक द नंबर 9, दे हैज टू टेक वैल्यू 1 और 3. अब आपके पास पॉइंट बनता है कि इसमें 3 कौन सा होगा, 1 कौन सा होगा, उसमें यहाँ थोड़ा है. देन यू विल हैव दिस कॉम्बिनेशन राइट, 1 2 3 4 और 3 2 1 4 राइट. आप इन दोनों को सी अब थोड़ा इससे टेक टाइम टेकिंग केसेस राइट. सो इसको आप मल्टीप्लाई करके देखोगे यहाँ पे 1 2 3 4 जब व्हेन यू मल्टीप्लाई 1 2 3 4 सी आपके पास केस क्या था 2 4 3 1 और 1 2 3 4. व्हेन यू मल्टीप्लाई दिस यू गेट 4 0 8. योर 4 इज D राइट, 0 इज E राइट, F इज 8. सो सॉरी आपका यानी नाउ द थिंग्स आर सी अगेन आई अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज लिटिल बिट माय एडवाइस इज नॉट टू अटेम्प्ट सच क्वेश्चन इन एग्जामिनेशन, और either you have to be very very quick in number system, otherwise you have to leave such question, try to find so ABC का सम क्या हो जाएगा आपका. see आपको मालूम है एक चीज़ और है, आपको ये सब मल्टीपल आपको यहाँ पे क्लैरिटी हो गया है कि ए और सी कैन नॉट टेक 9, तभी आप यहाँ लोग सीधे आंसर सॉल्व कर सकते थे. क्यों? क्योंकि आपको सम पूछ रहा है ना ABC का. ओके और आपके पास 3 ही केसेज है. आपको पता है कि यहाँ पे जो वैल्यू है 1 2 और 3 लेगा, तो ऑल्दो यू हैव टू वेरीफाई कि DEF उसका प्रोडक्ट आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन उसमें टाइम बचा सकते हो. कैसे? क्योंकि आपने बता दिया कि A और C 9 नहीं ले सकता और B आपका ऑलरेडी 2 है. सो A और C को 1 और 3 होना ही पड़ेगा. सो दैट्स वाई 1 + 2 + 3 दैट विल बी 6. लेंथी क्वेश्चन बट अगेन this is how you have to do it. Now let me take the next question. Just a minute. I think few questions are remaining. Now this is a difficult question. Consider the following statement in respect to 5 statement. Okay. Now one of what says true statement says one of P and Q was selected for the job. This is false statement. At least one of Q and one of R and S was selected for the job. And this is a true statement. At most 2. At most 2 means either 1 0 1 or 2 were selected for the job. और इसमें आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है which of the following conclusion can be drawn. At least 4 were selected for the job. Or see you can do it's a I will not say a difficult question, but again if you can make the cases, let's say from the first part. Just a minute, I will hold this thing for the logistic purpose. True statement what says? One of P and Q was selected for the job. So you took one of P and Q. Okay. Then next true statement says, third one, at most R and S and T were selected. At most 2. At most 2 of, either none of was selected or at most 2. So let's say you take one case. So one R selected, one S selected. Just a minute. R selected, S selected, then T selected. Then you take the combination 2, right? RS, ST, and एक और केस बन सकता था RT का. I think I have made it here. Okay, right? RT का एक और केस बन सकता था. So ये ले केस हो गए. ये तो दोनों आपके ट्रू स्टेटमेंट से मिला. Now what the false statement says? At least one of, see now you have to understand the false statement. At least one of R and S was selected for the job. At least one, and this is false. See, when let's say I assume this true, so what it says, R was selected or S was selected, or both R and S was selected. This will be the case, right? And I'm saying now this is false. What it says that none of R and S was selected. See, probability में आप करते हो ना कि यानी आपको at least one वाला केस निकालना पड़ता है, तब टोटल probability में से उसके 0 को माइनस करते हो. तो वही है इसका ट्रू केस क्या होगा? नन ऑफ आर एन एस वाज सेलेक्टेड. तो इसमें आर और एस वाले आप दोनों एलिमिनेट कर दोगे. तो नहीं ये भी एलिमिनेट कर दोगे. आर यानी आर किसी में नहीं आना चाहिए और एस भी नहीं आना चाहिए. यहाँ भी आर है, यहाँ भी आर है, यहाँ भी. तो आपके पास ये 2 केस बचे ट्रू. और ये पहला नहीं चल रहा है, नहीं इसमें बस सेम सिनेरियो चल रहा है. सो व्हाट यू आर लेफ्ट विद ओनली 2 थिंग्स, P and PT. So what the first statement is, at least 4 were selected for the job. तो 4 तो नहीं है भाई, आपके यहाँ तो 1 होंगे या 2 होंगे, right? Second statement says S was selected for the job. So S was, see Now S was not selected for the job, this is true. But see, but the question language says which of the following conclusion can be drawn. Now this is little bit tricky language. See, if I have to, somebody asks me whether S was selected for the job, it is true. So I will say no, this is not true because S was not selected for the job. P and PT were selected. But if somebody says whether can you inference, can you draw inference, can you draw conclusion, then again the answer will depend on the meaning of conclusion, right? But your logic is sound. This is the logic you have to follow, and I will mark it D. No, I will mark it neither 1 or 2. But again, if the conclusion word will means that you can decide whether S was selected for the job, just decision, right? Not let's say P is greater than Q. ये आपको आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करना है कौन सा P ग्रेटर की Q, बस या क्या आप डिसीजन ले सकते हो. P भी ग्रेटर हो सकता है, Q भी ग्रेटर हो सकता है, लेकिन क्या आपके पास डेटा है उसको आइडेंटिफाई करने का. देन उस केस में तो ये मैं बोलूँगा कि आपका 2 सही है, देन B आना चाहिए, अदरवाइज यू विल मार्क D. So only UPSC can tell better. Now let's move to question number 78. What it says. Okay, now this again is a difficult question. I will say in fact some it will ask for some thinking. What it says, let PQ RST 5 statement. If P is true, then both Q and S are true, right? If P is true, then both Q and S are true. Okay. If RS and are true, then T is false. Then which of the following can be concluded? If T is true, so these two statements you have been given, then you have to identify which of the following can be concluded. If T is true, then at least one of P and R must be false. And second, if Q is true, then P is true. Let's say let us take first second स्टूडेंट को देख लेते हैं. मान लीजिए आपका Q ट्रू है. इफ Q इज ट्रू, सी ये क्या बोल रहा है, यदि P ट्रू है तो दोनों Q एंड S को ट्रू Q एंड S को दोनों को ट्रू होना पड़ेगा. लेकिन मान लो आपका Q ट्रू है, Q इज दिस इज ट्रू एंड फॉल्स इज S इज फॉल्स, तब भी तो P ट्रू हो सकता है. If Q is true and S is false, right? So तभी हो सकता है, right? तो इसमें see what it says. If P is true, then Q and S are true. Okay. Now they are asking which of the can be concluded. If Q is true, मतलब आपका Q true है, ठीक है? Then P is true. So हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता. क्यों? क्योंकि मान लीजिए आपका Q ट्रू है और S फॉल्स है, देन उस केस में क्या होगा, आपका P ट्रू भी हो सकता है और फॉल्स भी हो सकता है, राइट? सो दिस इज द वे यू हैव टू थिंक. सेकंड, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज इन्वॉल्विंग लिटिल बिट डीप थिंकिंग. व्हाट आई हैव टू डू, I could not find a very shortcut method. I have to think, but again, this is the way you can think. See, what we have done. From here also you can understand from this Venn diagram. Let me show you what we have done here. If P is true, then P is true. If P is true, this is true. R is true and S is true. This is true, right? Then this is the Venn diagram for the first case, and this is the Venn diagram we have drawn for the second case. What? If R and S are true, then T is false. R is true, S is false, then only the intersection, then it is false. Then what it says, statement 2. See, here is the, from here also you can understand the logic. Statement 2 is false because if Q is true and S is false. See, if Q is true and S is false, then P can be false. क्योंकि ऐसा कंपल्शन तो नहीं दिया थी. उन्होंने क्या बोला है, यदि आपका if both if P ट्रू है तो अब S और Q दोनों को ट्रू होना पड़ेगा. if P ट्रू है दोनों S और Q को ट्रू होना पड़ेगा. लेकिन मान लो if Q ट्रू है, राइट, if Q ट्रू है और S फॉल्स है, then P can be false. This is again I understand, इसमें थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी हो रहा है, लेकिन you have to think this way. When you will read this PDF, you will understand, what I'm trying to say. Statement 1 पे आइए अब. Statement 1 what it says, if T is true then at least one of P and R must be true. तो आपको T true वाला केस पता है, राइट? T false वाला केस ये है, ओके? T false कब है? जब दोनों R और S दोनों ट्रू है. तो लेकिन T true के केस में क्या क्या बन सकता है? जब T true हो तो then R and S can take what values? See, हमें पता है कि ये T false, सॉरी, ये false का केस है किसका? ये T false है. यहाँ पे R भी ट्रू है और S भी ट्रू है, राइट? R भी ट्रू है, S भी ट्रू है. मान लो मैंने अज्यूम किया T false, T is true. मैंने T is true को अज्यूम किया. I am assuming T is true. Then R and S can take following values. दोनों false हो सकते हैं, कोई नहीं रोक रहा भाई, क्योंकि हमारे पास कंपल्शन क्या है? केवल एक ही चीज़ है, T false कब होगा? जब दोनों ट्रू होंगे. तो हो सकता है दोनों false हो तब भी चल जाएगा, एक ट्रू एक false हो, एक false हो एक ट्रू हो तब भी हो जाएगा, ठीक है? तो यहाँ से हमारा R, यहाँ पे हमें आइडेंटिफाई हो, ये हमारे 3 केसेस दे सकते हैं R and S. See why I am doing this thing? Because your first statement asks if T is true, then at least one of P and R must be false. So what I'm trying to negate this statement. So what I'm trying to say is find the cases where both P and R, both P and R true. तो यहाँ पे मैंने ये वाला केस तो मुझे दिख गया कि R ट्रू है, ओके, R मेरा ट्रू हो गया. अब यदि मैं ये प्रूव कर दूं कि P भी ट्रू है तो मेरा स्टेटमेंट 1 गलत हो जाएगा. लेट्स से व्हेन योर दिस इज द केस, R and S you can take 3 cases, then you come to this thing. Also if P is false, मान लीजिए आपका P false है, then if P is false then Q and S. if P is, हमें क्या पता था P is true है तो दोनों Q and S को ट्रू होना पड़ेगा. यदि मान लो P false है, अब क्या केस है? P false है, then Q and S क्या ले सकते हैं? अगेन यानी ट्रू को छोड़ के दोनों कॉम्बिनेशन, ट्रू फॉल्स ले सकते हैं, फॉल्स ट्रू ले सकते हैं, फॉल्स फॉल्स ले सकते हैं, राइट? सो व्हाट यू ऑब्जर्व हियर, आर भी ट्रू हो सकता है और आपका पी, सॉरी दूसरा क्या था, आर हो गया एंड पी, राइट? जस्ट ए मिनट. हाँ, यानी यहाँ पे हमने P को फॉल्स वाला केस लिया ना, हमने अज्यूम किया P फॉल्स है, यहाँ तो हमने अज्यूम कर दिया कि P ट्रू है, राइट? सो यहाँ पे हमने क्या अज्यूम कर रहे हो कि P इज फॉल्स. P फॉल्स में क्या हमारे क्या केस बनना है? ये केस बनना है. तो यहाँ भी R ट्रू है, और यहाँ पे S फॉल्स है. तो ये S फॉल्स का कॉम्बिनेशन और ये कॉम्बिनेशन सेम है, राइट? सो इट इज़ लिटिल बिट थोड़ा सा लॉन्ग थिंकिंग है इसमें. ऑप्शन शुड बी A, 1 only. But again, what I would suggest to please go through this, answers. There are some logic which can, which is, I explain it as some particular frequency, right? So उसको यानी आप इससे समझ जाओगे. Now come to last question. Now this question is simple. What it says, just a minute. Just a minute. This. Okay. 79. There is a keyword of dimension 753 painted red, green, blue on the east side of the dimension. Okay. Then the keyword is cut into separate cubes and 15, with no, see what I will do. यानी दो केसेस है इसमें. एक में ये 7 है, ये 5 है. Let me know what I will do. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा, just a minute. Okay. यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा सही से, थोड़ा सा वो होगा लेकिन ठीक है, राइट? ये 7, ये 5, ये 3. ओके, ये कीवर्ड है आपका और इसमें आपको बताना है विद नो प्रिंट. तो ये सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, एक यानी सिमिलर क्वेश्चन एक और भी आया है. तो आप क्या कर सकते हो? तो काउंट कर सकते हो. यदि दो लेयर हटा दो, राइट? तो क्या क्या बचेगा? 5 बचेगा, 3 वाले में 1 बचेगा और इसमें 5 वाले में 3 बचेगा, राइट? L-2, B-2, तो टोटल 15 हो गया. तो फर्स्ट तो आपका डायरेक्टली आ गया. ओके, देयर आर एग्जैक्टली 6 क्यूब विद exactly 2 faces painted with blue and green. ब्लू और ग्रीन कौन सा है? आपका 7 और 5 क्या है? 7 और 5 का कलर क्या है? 7 और 5 इज रेड, ऊपर वाला रेड है, तो आपका 3 5 वाला हो गया आपका, 3 5 इज आपका ब्लू, नहीं ग्रीन, 3 5 इज ग्रीन और ब्लू। तो आपको देखना एक एजिस पे आएगा, जो ब्लू एंड ग्रीन वाला कलर है वो एजिस पे आएगा, राइट? दिस विल बी ऑन दिस एज, देन दिस 5 3 5 3 यहाँ पे, और एक ही होगा वो, राइट? वो आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेड सर्कल, बट दैट विल बी क्यूब विद वन फेस ब्लू एंड अनदर ग्रीन, क्योंकि ऊपर वाले का रेड हो जाएगा, यहाँ भी रेड हो जाएगा, यहाँ भी रेड हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे केवल 3 ही है, यहाँ भी सेम सिनेरियो बनेगा। और बीच वाला लोगे तो उसमें एक ही फेस पेंट होगा, राइट? एज वाला लोगे तो राइट डिफरेंट कलर हो जाएंगे, तो टोटल 4 फेसेस हो गए। लास्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज। ओके, नाउ दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन कि अब कुछ नहीं हो रहा है एग्जाम में, ये क्वेश्चन करने लग गए। सो व्हाट, इसमें कोई लॉजिक नहीं है, बट हाउ टू डू इसको, आई विल से इफ कुछ नहीं करना है तो ये क्वेश्चन करना है। ओके, सो व्हाट यू कैन मेक cases here, what you have to do, there is a word incomprehensibility. Okay, first you have to write in alphabetical order, then in reverse alphabetical order, then you have to identify how many numbers are matching. So इसमें see ऐसे क्वेश्चन इजी तो होते हैं, लेकिन आपके बहुत टाइम ले जाएंगे। सो खैर कुछ नहीं, यानी आप सी ये नंबर्स लिखे हुए हैं, उसको आप देखोगे। सी ओके, मैं बताऊँगा एग्जाम में आप क्या कर सकते हो। एरर नाउ व्हेन यू राइट दिस थिंग, तो डॉट का यूज़ करो, कैंसिल करने की जगह डॉट इज़ बेटर। तो उससे आप उसको लिखो एंड आई थिंक अरेंजमेंट तो हो जाएगा। फिर थोड़ा सा गैप भी बनाओ, राइट? तो आप होगा कि गैप कैसे बनाएंगे, रफ पेपर कोई नहीं, उसको यूज़ कर सकते हो या साइड में ही, दैट इज़ योर स्किल, वो आता है प्रैक्टिस से। फिर उसको रिवर्स में लिखो, देन यू विल आइडेंटिफाई कि ये वाला आई एंड ये वाला आई, दीज आर टू आर मैचिंग, सो योर 2 आईज आर अनचेंज। तो दिस इज क्वेश्चन, आंसर इज सी, राइट? 80 का सी आंसर, SAT A. So this is we have discussed your paper, difficult paper. See, you have to understand this CSAT paper is now is almost in number system, at least I will say it has reached CAT level. Almost not exactly, but 80 to 90% comprehension में नहीं गया उतना. And next year, God knows how difficult it will be. So please take CSAT seriously. And now your English discussion will be taken by Meenakshi madam.
Mic test. Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, so we're going to discuss the passages that you saw in 2023 paper on 28th of May or later. So there were about 27 questions, and I'm hoping that those who attended sessions or those who prepared a little more with us or anywhere found the paper fairly manageable. Most of the questions were based on assumptions. So that was one word which all of us could see a lot. And there was just one question which said inference out loud, but the rest of the questions were implications, crux, what is the author trying to say, what is the action that is supposed to be taken from the passage, and the themes were also very friendly. Let's say there were passages from nutrition, agriculture, food, a little bit of economy, digital economy. There was no such passage that was totally unfamiliar. So there were a few words that I noted down and felt like those who attempted this paper may have found these words. Number one, food consumption patterns, how we consume food. Have we switched to eating just rice and pulses? Biomethanation, monoculture, good corporate governance, keystone species, affluence, universal basic income, food-based nutrition, land use patterns, patents, agro-ecosystems, universal quality education, vernal window, climate justice. And then there were some passages, two passages based on philosophy. One was based on the philosophy of Spinoza, who talks about the social contract theory, but his idea is essentially liberty of man. So these were some key ideas based on which you may have noticed in the paper this year. And let's move on to doing these passages now. The passages were only short passages. There was no long passage asked. And I guess a few of students wrote to me and expressed that just 4 or 5 questions were a little tricky. But other than that, the entire paper was manageable, which was a happy thing to do. But those who felt a little disappointed, they must not feel so disappointed, because every paper is a chance to learn more. It sort of gives us feedback to improve the area where we're lacking. Set A is on the board, and Set A has the first passage, which is we often hear about conflicts among different states. So this is one of the favorite themes we see for CSAT passages in UPSC. And what do you think is this conflict? According to the Constitution of India, water is a state subject and not that of the union, except for regulation of interstate rivers. This is for the first time that in the passage straight away this was given to you. As such, in our sessions, we have discussed that if there's an option that says give this to the state or give this to the union, we usually don't choose that as our answer. Let's look at question number 1. Which one of the following statements best reflects the most rational, practical, and immediate action required? So for the first time, we notice practical and immediate action required. Rational is not based on emotions, but based on sound decision making, logical decision making. And here we had a national, pragmatic, legal, and policy framework for water allocation should be made, matches with the direction statement, and pretty acceptable because it uses the word should. Should is suggestion. All river systems of the country should be linked and huge aquifers created. All river systems of the country should be linked is also one of the themes that's ongoing and acceptable, this part of the statement, huge aquifers or aquifers created, Aquifers are usually naturally existing, so they exist under the ground. This kind of makes this option a little skeptical. Water channels between regions of water surplus and regions of water deficit should be created. Channels between regions of water surplus and regions of water deficit should be created. Does this passage talk about it or not? That will give us this answer. To mitigate water crisis, water demand of sectors such as agriculture and industry should be reduced. Well, this is a little impractical option, so you can rule out option D and probably option B. Between A and C, if you read this passage, which is just one paragraph long, perhaps you will notice first option will give you the answer. Now, when we discuss solutions soon after the exam, it is an opportunity to invite people to brainstorm. If you have any objection against any of the solution that you may hear in this video, then it is your opportunity to talk to us more, interact with us more, and we're going to give you a more detailed solution based on more research in some time soon before we start. We launch the batch for this year, 23-24. So as of now, we are just giving you the guesswork, a calculated guesswork as to what is your solution from reading passage. We often hear about conflicts. 14 are already. 75% of population lives in water-stressed regions. Climate change, the demands of rising population, and the need for agriculture to keep pace and increase rate of urbanization. According to the Constitution of India, this is key to ensuring. When the author says key to ensuring, we focus there. Solution lies there between competing demands of various stakeholders is a basin-based approach to allocate water amongst constituent regions and states. Allocating fair share of water to them requires assessment based on objective criteria such as specificities of the river basin, size of dependent population. All these factors are important while ensuring the environmental needs of the river and aquifers. So a national, pragmatic, legal and policy framework for water allocation should be made. This seems like so far the best choice for this passage. If you would want more discuss, please write to us. We'll bring more discussion. This one, passage 2, more than half of Indian women and almost a quarter of Indian men of working age suffer from anemia. Not a new story. We knew about this one, this much, which is women suffer from this, but this time you also read about men suffering from this, and because of which what happens, they are anywhere from okay, then they could be as a result they're off, so less productivity happens. India also has the largest tuberculosis burden in the world, costing this much, but what is just as important as lost productivity now is lost potential in the future. Lost potential in the future. Also, these people when will get older, or children when will get younger, what would be the future? It is becoming increasingly clear. Okay, now look at this. Which one of the following statements best reflects what is implied by the passage? Education system must be strengthened in rural areas. Are we talking about nutrition, or so this gets ruled out? Large scale and effective implementation of skill development programs, the need of the hour. Are we talking about that? Perhaps we're talking about option number D, because we've spoken about anemia right in the first line. So first line में अगर आपको clue मिल गया है और फिर यहाँ पे आपको nutrition मिल गया है और आप productivity की बात कर रहे हैं based on nutrition, so option D perhaps. अच्छा, ये क्यों नहीं चूज़ किया? क्योंकि यहाँ पे only skilled workers लिखा हुआ है. जब भी ऐसे ऑप्शन आते हैं only, all, तो हम थोड़ा ठहर जाते हैं. We wait before we choose that as our answer. Now let's look at the next passage. The next passage is, in India, majority of farmers are marginal and small, less educated. तो इसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि ये climate change के लिए ज़्यादा उपाय कर नहीं पाते हैं. Now, if they cannot focus much on climate change, what are they going to do? They're going to use whatever is available to them. So one cannot expect autonomous adaptation to climate change. खुद से नहीं हो सकता है. It cannot happen on its own. Even if it was possible, it would not be sufficient to offset losses from climate change. To deal with this, adaptation to climate change is paramount alongside fast mitigation response. Another solution is to have a policy-driven adaptation. So as a bureaucrat, I have to look at policy-driven adaptation. That statement becomes important statement for me, which would require the government to come up with the policy recommendation. Now let's look at the questions here. Which one of the following statements best reflects the message, most logical and rational message conveyed by the author of the passage? Adaptation to climate change and mitigation response are basically the responsibilities of the government. If it was just talking about this, basically the responsibility of the government, usually we don't use that kind of option because it is as much the responsibility of citizens, whether a farmer or whether a resident of the urban India. So this option becomes a little doubtful already because of the use of the word basically. Climate change causes a change in government policies regarding land use patterns in the country. Causes a change in the government. This can happen, land use patterns policy, but is this the main idea of the passage? Are we talking about that, or are we talking about doing something to make climate change adaptation easier, mitigation easier? तो उस doing में हमारे पास एक line है, risk perceptions of farmers are important for motivating them for taking adaptation decisions. Agar farmers start anticipating what risk it has, it incurs, probably they'll take it more seriously. This is a good option. If they are allowed to have toilets in their houses, they might still not have. If they are given help to have toilets in the houses, they might still not have, especially in rural India, because the perception is different. So perception has to be changed. So वहाँ पे भी perception based था, यहाँ भी perception based था. Further, it is corroborated that it's the same line is there in the last part of the passage. I'll come back to it. Option D, since mitigation is not possible, government should pessimistic approach. So this gets ruled out. And here we go. Perception is a necessary prerequisite for adaptation. Passage mein hi hai, so it becomes easier to choose it. So what I'm doing is I'm just having you glance over the passage and discuss options as quick as possible to save your time. And if you need more discussion, analysis, or more brainstorming, let us know. We are anyway going to make it a part of our course this year. So for now, it's a quick discussion. The emissions humans put into atmosphere now will affect the climate in the middle of the century and onwards. Technological change, meanwhile, could make a future. So what we are looking at is climate change was again. पहले था farmers के context में, अभी क्या है? General technological change की ज़रूरत है. Please note the word can possibly make a future transition away from fossil fuels, cheap or जो companies, okay, so businesses that do not hedge against the threat, जो businesses परवाह नहीं करेंगे, if they don't care what will happen to them, the threat, do not hedge against the threat of uncertain outcomes, fail, they may fail. The world cannot afford such recklessness on climate change. And look at this one, crucial message kya aata hai? Businesses that cause emissions may need to close down. See the beautiful choice of word may, it doesn't say necessarily. So, good option to close down or pay for pollution in the future. We just saw that in the last part. Last lines and first lines are especially important for short passages. They give us important indication of where is the main clue. The only solution is technological development. We rule out the word only once again, just like we did in the last paragraph. Waiting to deal with carbon emissions until technology improves is not a wise strategy. Of course, it is not, but for this to become our answer, the passage had to be longer, had to talk about more about if we are not waiting for technology to improve, then what else should we be doing immediately? Since future technological change is uncertain, new industries should be based on renewable energy source. इसकी बात हुई है paragraph passage में नहीं, इसकी हुई है नहीं, इतनी ज़्यादा नहीं हुई है, not so much. Even if we know generally, we are not choosing them. We are choosing this one because that was also given in the last line, and also has another word which is a safe choice. May need to close down. Now, this one, environmental problems cause health problems. substantial changes in lifestyle can reduce environmental or health problems. Substantial changes in lifestyle, agar humne padha bhi nahi hai passage, even if you've not read it, what do you think about it? Using less petrol, using less fuel, maybe using public transport sometimes. With environmental problems, individual efforts can be perceived as having a negligible effect and therefore lead to, okay. Yeah, here we are talking about with health. On the other hand, individual choices can make the difference between life and death literally, and yet barring a few, there seems to be the same collective lethargy towards making their choices. There seems to be collective lethargy. It's just like, although we know that too much of air travel causes a lot of air pollution now, but travel industry kind of keeps boosting travel economy, saying travel, if you've not traveled enough, you've not lived enough. So a lot of us want to travel and think about the repercussions of the travel later. And the pollution around us, especially in cities where AQI is high, like Delhi, do we care about it? We think of having any diseases or sorting out those diseases later. So apparently there's a lethargy. We don't want to think about it. We're busy making money. We're busy doing things. So if you have read this much, now look at this word, implies the most rational assumption. So assumption is, this passage was written keeping in mind something, supposing something. What is this author or passage supposing? We're likely to spend more money on cure than prevention, of course. It is the choice of words are likely to. We're not certainly likely to. If we seem to be, you see the choice of word here, seems to be, so likely to. It's going to have health consequences, and good choice of word. It is the job of the government to solve our environmental and public health problems. Again, it isolates citizens from the government, so not a good choice, just like in the last passage where we ruled out basically government's responsibility. It is the job of the government, only government or more than government. So we know that it's our job also, so we don't choose this answer. Health can be protected even if environmental problems go on unattended. Such a vague, illogical answer. Loss of traditional lifestyle and the influence of Western values led to some unhealthy ways of living. हो सकता है, हमारा opinion है. This is our opinion. But according to the passage, if I'm to choose any of these options, I'm more likely to choose this, because it's got a better choice of words, and it also tallies with the sentiment expressed in the last line, further connecting the dots with what happens if we don't care for the environment. Our health is at risk. So, okay, now we move on to the next passage. Many people are not eating the right food. For some, it is simply a decision to stick with food they enjoy, but which is not too healthy. So, rich, middle class, we eat junk food, we eat fast food, we don't think about our health. At the same time, in the same world, this in turn leads to a major burden on healthcare systems that have the potential to derail the economic progress, which is essential for the poor to improve. Whether middle class, upper class, whichever class, health system gets the pressure, it feels the pressure. If it feels the pressure, then what happens? We crowd out the space for the healthcare systems to provide for the poor. And what's the story of the poor? To improve their life. For others, it is about limited access to nutritious food or a lack of affordability, leading to monotonous diets that do not provide daily nutrients for them to develop fully. Part of the reason nutrition is under threat worldwide is that our food systems are not properly responding to nutritional needs. Food system ultimately. Even urban poor, people who live on the streets, sometimes they end up just eating from the vendors without thinking if that food continuously damages their health or provides them any nutrition. So ultimately, our focus is food systems. Now, the scheme of universal basic income should be implemented worldwide as a way of poverty alleviation. Here, are we talking about nutrition or money? We have spoken about definitely different classes, their accessibility to food, their being able to afford food, but we've also talked about food system and nutrition. Some people are deliberately ignoring, deliberately in the sense that it has become their habit, and some people have no choice, so they're ignoring nutrition. So this is not the focus, not the key idea. We must place food-based nutrition at the center of our policy debate. Will you choose something like this as your answer? Okay, this one. We must place food-based nutrition at the center of our policy debate. This is a better option than this. इससे अच्छा ये है. Nutritional status of food should be improved by creating appropriate genetically modified crops. इनकी बात नहीं हुई तो ये option हम choose नहीं कर रहे. Next, using modern food processing technologies, we must fortify food items with required nutrient elements. जैसे कि आप iron डाल देते हैं capsules में और दे देते हैं वो girl children को. तो यहाँ पे इसकी बात हो रही है कि ज़बरदस्ती सबको modern food processing technology, और अभी हम बात करें modern food processing technology की. So what's our answer? Our answer lies somewhere here. Option B. Not that difficult. If it is, tell me. We will discuss then. Okay. To tackle the problem of pollution in cities, what should be done? Policymakers think that drastic actions like temporary use of odd even number, ये सब किया जाए. ये passage कहता है कि अगर source ही कुछ और है pollution का, if the source is different and these approaches are not going to lead to any positive results, then why the heck? On the other hand, both reason and no one has measured the amount of this are emitting. कि CNG में भी problem है. So if CNG has problem, if odd even has problem, then what is the passage saying? What's needed is the scientific and reliable information about the source of pollutants on a continuing basis and the technologies that will work to reduce pollution from them. This is what the passage is saying. So which is logical implication? Arbitrary curbs on vehicles to reduce pollution are difficult to implement. Knee-jerk reactions cannot solve the problem of pollution, but an evidence-based approach will be more effective. A heavy penalty should be enforced on those driving without periodic pollution. ये arbitrary हो गया, ये arbitrary हो गया. In the absence of laws to deal with the problems of pollution, the administration tends to make arbitrary decisions. So, in the absence of, you can easily rule out A, B, and D. They have the word arbitrary. They are just one group family. Supporting factors arbitrary आपको passage में मिल जाएगा. ये अच्छा option है. So B is your answer there. Good corporate governance. This was a little tricky passage. Why? Because you will see the twist in one of the options. Good corporate governance structures encourage करते हैं companies to provide accountability and control. A functional reason why corporate governance, a fundamental reason why corporate governance has moved onto the economic and political agenda, क्योंकि rapid growth in international capital markets. Effective corporate governance से क्या होगा? External financing by firms leading to greater investment, higher growth and employment. So, if we're talking about all this, investors look to place their funds where the standards of disclosure of timely and accurate financial सारा पैसेज पढ़ लें और उसके बाद इन्फ्लुएंस अगर इसमें निकालें, ये इंपॉर्टेंट एजेंडा है ऑफ द कंट्रीज अराउंड द वर्ल्ड टू इंश्योर एक्सेस टू गुड एक्सटर्नल फाइनेंसिंग. ऐसा लिखा है पैसेज में. इज इट important? It is of course valid, but we are looking for best reflection of the logical inference. Good corporate governance improves the credibility of the firms. Ye sach hai? Yes, that's true. International capital markets ensure that the firms maintain good corporate governance. Ye ulta likha hai. Good corporate governance brings in good international capital market results. Good corporate governance paves the way for robust supply chains. Well, this may be true. And you have to choose between this and this. That's why it is tricky. So, is it the agenda or shall we choose just this one? Because, why we choose this one? Because again, go back to the first line and you will notice. What I suggest most of the times, like, check with the first line and the last line if you're confused, if the passage got you distracted. So, perhaps you will be happy choosing second option. If you're not, we can discuss more. Write to us. Elephants are landscape आर्किटेक्ट्स, एलिफेंट्स इतने सब कुछ हैं, इतना सब काम करते हैं, वही सब कुछ करते हैं। तो यहाँ ऑप्शन में बहुत ही आसान सा था, की फ्रेज था आपके पास। अगर आपने जनरल स्टडीज़ की तैयारी की हुई है तो की स्टोन स्पीशीज़ हैं, वो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है। दैट इज़ योर आंसर। एंड एलिमिनेट करना है तो होम नीड्स टू बी अ वास्ट ऑफ रिच बायोडाइवर्सिटी, खाली ज़रूरत है, फैक्ट है, मगर थीम से इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है। रिच बायोडाइवर्सिटी कैन नॉट बी मेंटेन इन द फॉरेस्ट विदाउट द प्रेजेंस ऑफ एलिफेंट्स। बिना एलिफेंट्स, हर जगह एलिफेंट्स की ज़रूरत है, दिस गेट्स एलिमिनेटेड। Elephants are capable of regenerating forests with species as per their requirement. This kind of makes it a little distorted. So, keystone. Okay, what about this one? In India, the segregation of municipal waste at source is rare. At source, where we throw our daily garbage, do we keep a wet dustbin, a dry dustbin? Do we? Traditionally, हमारे पास ऐसे गार्बेज नहीं होते थे, जैसे मेटल हो गया, प्लास्टिक हो गया, तो हमारी वैसे ही बहुत समय से आदत है, ऐसे ही इंडस्ट्रीज़ में भी होता है। तो ये क्या कहते हैं, रीसाइक्लिंग इज़ मोस्टली विद द इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर। इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर जो ये आपका कूड़ा लेने के लिए आते हैं, म्यूनिसिपल ये ट्रक्स आते हैं, उनके व्हीकल्स आते हैं, मगर बहुत सारी बार ऐसा होता है कि कूड़ा लेने वाले जो हैं ये टेम्प्रेरी एम्प्लॉयज़ होते हैं, इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर से होते हैं। More than 3/4 of the municipal budget goes into collection and transportation, which leaves very little for resource recovery and disposal. ये इसलिए नहीं है कि इनके पास अभी पैसे कम है, ये इसलिए है क्योंकि रिकवरी एंड डिस्पोजल पे ध्यान नहीं है, इतना अच्छा मैनेजमेंट नहीं है। ये एक आर्टिकल था 2016 का इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में, जिसका सब टाइटल जो था, जो सब हेडिंग थी, वो इसका ऑप्शन आंसर है। Where does waste to energy fit into all this? Rhetorical question. Ideally, suggestion of the author. It fits in the chain after separation, collection. Which technology is most appropriate in converting waste to energy? क्या ऑथर इसका जवाब देता है? ऑथर कहता है डिपेंड करता है कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए, किस पर, किस तरह का वेस्ट है, बायोडिग्रेडेबल है या नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल है। The biodegradable component of India's municipal solid waste is a little over 50%, and methanation offers a major solution for processing this. Biodegradable component दो तरह के हैं, उसमें से this component is a little over 50%, अच्छा खासा amount है। Biomethanation किस चीज़ के लिए ज़रूरी है? Biodegradable component को utilize करने के लिए, बायोगैस में बदलने के लिए। Biomethanation का जो process, based on this, the following assumptions have been made. Collection, processing and separation of municipal waste should be with government agencies. Government, private, इसकी discussion नहीं हुई है, खाली एक जगह पे informal sector mention है, बाकी एक जगह पे municipal budget mention है, मगर इस पे highlight नहीं है, तो ये हम option 1 को rule out करेंगे। Resource recovery and recycling require technological input that can be best handled by private. Again, there's no discussion between public versus private, so neither 1 nor 2, both 1 and 2 choose किया किसी ने neither 1 nor 2. Technically that should be the answer. Okay, following statements best reflect the crux of the passage. क्या है? Generation of energy from municipal solid waste is inexpensive. अभी हमने बजट की बात की थी, उसमें कहा था 3/4 हमारा बाकी सारी चीज़ों में जाता है, डिस्पोजल और रिसोर्स पे इतना ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं है। See, we don't really have to dig into the passage and find the option, but if you read it fast, it'll be sufficient enough for you to understand. Recovery and disposal की बात कर रहे हैं, तो ज़्यादा हम कलेक्ट करने पे, ट्रांसपोर्ट करने पे, और हम उसका क्या करते हैं वेस्ट का, उस पर ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं देते हैं। यहाँ पे ये लिखा हुआ है, अब पैसों की कमी है या नहीं लिखी है या है, ये हम ठीक से नहीं बता सकते। जनरेशन ऑफ एनर्जी फ्रॉम म्यूनिसिपल सॉलिड वेस्ट इज inexpensive or expensive, we cannot say that clearly. Biomethanation is the most ideal way of generating. Looks like a very good option, but is it good or not? You tell me. Segregation of municipal solid waste is the first step in ensuring the success of waste to energy. Looks like a good, but we do not good option, but we do not know is it the first step or which step. The biodegradable component of India's municipal solid waste is not adequate to provide एडिक्वेट नहीं है, 50% से थोड़ा ओवर है, तो ये हम सर्टनली नहीं कह सकते. इनफैक्ट एडिक्वेट ही लग रहा है लास्ट फ्यू लाइन्स से. तो सो वी रूल आउट दिस वन, we're left with this one and this one. Now if you're left with this one and this one, should we choose, is the most ideal way of generating energy from municipal solid waste? So municipal solid waste तो दो तरह का होता है, organic, inorganic, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So this doesn't take care of the other part, hence we don't choose this as our answer. Is that okay? You can ask questions if you would want to. Now we move further and we look at this. There is a claim that organic farming is inherently safer and healthier. Claim hai. If the author starts a passage with that, probably he's going to reject this claim, or probably he's going to bring a new claim of his own, of her own. The reality is that because the organic farming industry is still young and not well regulated in India, तो क्या होता है? Farmers and consumers alike are not only confused about what products are best for them, but sometimes use products in ways that could harm them as well. Knowledge नहीं है तो harmful भी हो सकता है. ये जब knowledge नहीं होती है तो आधा अधूरा ज्ञान harmful हो सकता है. For example, since organic fertilizers are difficult to obtain on large scale in India, farmers often use farmland manure which may contain toxic chemicals and heavy certain plant sprays such as datura, flour, ये if it is not applied in the right dose तो हानिकारक हो सकता है. Unfortunately, how much and when to use it are not well researched or regulated. So what should we choose for this one? Assumption: organic farming is inherently unsafe. Inherently unsafe तो नहीं कह सकते. We reject this claim. It doesn't say sometimes, it says inherently, उसका nature ही है. So nature होता तो organic farming इतनी popular क्यों नहीं होती? We reject this option. Farmers and consumers need to be educated about eco-friendly food. Probably this can give us an answer. Probably two only should be the answer here. Which of the following is logical, rational, practical message conveyed? In India, organic farming should not be promoted as a substitute for conventional farming. Should not be promoted as a substitute for, okay. There are no safe organic alternatives to chemical fertilizers. We don't choose some option like this. Farmers need to be guided and helped to make their organic farming sustainable. The aim of organic farming should not be to generate huge profits, as there is still no global market for it. Oh, we reject this, we choose between these two. Which one do you choose? Just going by the last answer, last discussion, probably C should be chosen for this one, isn't it? Food consumption patterns have changed substantially in India over the past few decades. This has resulted in disappearance of many nutritious foods such as millets, bajra. While food grain production has increased over 5 times since it has not sufficiently addressed the issue of malnutrition. So what do? For long, the agriculture sector focused on increasing food production, particularly staples, dal chawal, gehu, which led to lower production and consumption of indigenous traditional crops, fruits and other vegetables, impacting food and nutrition security. Further intensive monoculture agriculture practices can perpetuate the food monoculture भी खराब है. तो इसमें assumption क्या बनती है? What do we have for assumption? Based on the above, as the following assumptions have been made to implement the sustainable development goals and to achieve zero hunger goal, monoculture agriculture practices are inevitable even if they do not address malnutrition. Does that make any sense? Number one, it does not. Why it does not? It says kharab bhi ho, even if it does not, इसे हटाया नहीं जा सकता. We cannot diversify it. We cannot use other things. Dependence on a few crops has negative consequences for human health and the ecosystem. All that's true. On a few crops, ऐसा ही एक पैसेज एक बार पहले आया था जहाँ हमने बात की थी कि पोटैटोज़ जो हैं स्पेन या यूरोप में लोग बहुत समय से खा रहे थे और उसके बाद उसमें एक पेस्ट अटैक हुआ और वहाँ पे famine हुआ and people were starving and और कोई खेती बाड़ी में उनको और कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था और क्या करेंगे. तो ये अच्छा ऑप्शन है. Government policies regarding food planning need to incorporate nutritional security. This is also a good option for them. The present farmers receive subsidies in various ways and governments offers remunerative prices for grains and therefore they do not tend to consider crop diversity. Okay. Does the passage talk about it? Do we have an option like 2, 3, 4? We don't seem to have an option like 2, 3, 4. 2 and 3 only is the answer here. Subsidy wale points वैसे भी अच्छे नहीं माने जाते because फिलहाल public discourse doesn't support subsidy. Scientists studied the vernal window. Vernal window क्या होता है? Winter से spring के बीच का window. If you read this, just one paragraph, they found that warmer winters with less snow resulted in a longer lag time between spring events and more. This change in the spring timetable has ecological, social, a little tricky passage to answer. The birds don't return, causing a delay or lengthening in springtime. So यहाँ जब हम पढ़ते हैं assumptions क्या क्या सही हो सकती हैं. Global warming is causing spring to come early and for longer durations. This is happening. This is right there in the passage. About this part, early spring and longer period of spring is not good for bird populations. We have to assume. We are not inferring it based on reading. We are assuming कि अगर यहाँ पे लिखा है कि birds don't return, spring जल्दी आ जाता है, causing a delay. So if birds don't return, then that may mean that, may be assumed that perhaps it's also not good for bird population. It was a little tricky because as such one only kind of gives us a good answer, but since it's assumption based, probably 1 and 2 both can be chosen. Both 1 and 2 can be chosen for this one. Global analysis of nitrogen use efficiency, a measure of the amount of nitrogen a plant takes, will lead to increase. Currently, the global average for nitrogen use efficiency is approximately 0.4. Yeah, meaning 40% of the total nitrogen added cropland, more than half world's population is nourished by food grown. Well, I'm reading it really fast, assuming that you've read it, or you can read it at your own pace. You can watch the video again after having read the passage, so it'll become easier. So I'm not going to right now spend so much time on reading it. It's supposed to be a quick review of how the passage this year was. So I am taking that leverage myself. More than half of the world's population is nourished by food grown with fertilizers containing synthetic nitrogen, which is needed to produce high crop yields. Okay, look at this. Following statement best reflects the most logical, rational, and crucial. And enhanced efficiency of is imperative for both food production and environment. Production of synthetic nitrogen cannot be stopped. Affect global food security. Alternatives to crops that require. We don't have option. We have to choose one. Should be replaced. We don't use option like this. Complete replacement to nahi hota hai. We use both, a combination. So an enhanced efficiency of the use of nitrogen is imperative for food. Production of synthetic nitrogen cannot be stopped. We don't choose this. We don't choose this. Alternative to crops that require excess of nitrogen should be identified and cultivated. Okay. What would you want to choose for this one? A global analysis of nitrogen use efficiency, a measure of the amount of nitrogen as plant takes in to grow versus what is left behind as pollution, says that using too much fertilizers will lead to increased pollution. Currently, the global average for nitrogen use efficiency is approximately this, meaning 40% of the total nitrogen added to cropland goes into harvested crop, while 60% is lost to the environment. More than half of the world's population is nourished by food grown with fertilizers containing synthetic nitrogen, which is needed to produce high crop yields. Plants take the nitrogen they need to grow, and the excess is left. This results in significant emissions of nitrogen oxide, a potent greenhouse, and other forms of nitrogen polluting, including eutrophication of lakes. Something negative is happening here. An enhanced efficiency of use of nitrogen is imperative for both food this is your answer, because we're talking about inefficiency leading to losses, so option A. Along with sustainable lifestyles, climate justice is regarded as a significant environmental parlance. Climate justice आपको पहले से पता होना चाहिए. Climate justice का मतलब होता है जो climate से सबसे ज़्यादा affected होंगे उन लोगों के लिए क्या मदद की जा सकती है. What can be done for people who are going to be affected by climate change, the most vulnerable category, those migrants who move from one country to another in search of food or for other reasons. Climate change is going to increase migration of people also. Poor people get affected. So we're talking about sustainable lifestyle ke alawa, climate justice is regarded as a significant principle in environmental parlance. Both the principles have bearings on political and economic choices of nations. So far in a climate change summit compacts, both the principles have eluded consensus. मतलब कोई consensus नहीं है. Both the principles. So consensus नहीं है यानी consensus की ज़रूरत है. There is the key message, perhaps justice in the judicial sense is well defined. However, in the context of climate change, nahi hai. It has scientific as well as socio-political connotations. The crucial question in the next few years will be how resources, this and that, are used to support the victims of climate justice, victims of climate change. Justice in climate is not confined to actions relating to mitigation, but includes a wider notion of support for adaptation to climate change and compensation for loss and damage. Which best affects the most logical? Climate justice should be ingrained in detail in the rules of all the new climate compact agreements. Logical, because there's no consensus as of now. Resources are unevenly distributed and exploited across the globe. What to do with that is if it is just a fact. But we need more music, we need more theme. There is an impending issue of dealing with a huge number of climate change victims. Well, this is also very nice. Option number C, and then we have climate change in all its connotations is mostly due to developed countries. This is putting all the blame on the developed countries, while this is true outside the passage, but the passage is not so important. So we have to choose one. Should be ingrained in detail in the rules of all the new climate. What will you choose if you have A and C? There is an impending issue of dealing with a huge number of climate change victims. Impending issue should be ingrained. Climate justice should be ingrained. I am more oriented towards choosing option A as our answer right now. Yeah, A, because climate justice will also include victims of climate refugees. So this will become a part of it. Hence, option A seems more logical. Tell me if I should research it more. Sourcing food from non-agricultural lands. Uncultivated systems such as forests, wetlands, in addition to agricultural lands, enables a systemic approach to food consumption. अगर ये ज़रूरी है, so आपने क्या चुना है इसमें से? Food yielding trees should replace other trees in rural. देखो trees total replace conventional को unconventional से ऐसे options हम नहीं चुन रहे. अभी नहीं चुना इस session में, वैसे भी नहीं चुनते. Ordinary circumstances में भी food security cannot be ensured in India with the present practice of conventional agriculture. Cannot be ensured with the present pessimistic option, right? Waste. अगर हमें लगे भी कि ऐसा है, this could be our opinion कि genetically modified के बिना हमारा काम नहीं चलेगा. हम rationally decide करते हैं कि क्या हमारा option बनेगा answer. Wastelands and degraded areas in India should be converted into agroforestry systems to help the poor. Converted हो जाए, replace कर दें. Totally हम ऐसे options को नहीं चुनते हैं जैसे A और C हैं. क्यों इन्हें हम नहीं चुनते? Because हर एक चीज़ की अपनी utility होती है. Interdisciplinary approach और interdependence ये एक अच्छे words होते हैं. We try to look at an option that kind of talks about harmony. Last one, agro-system should be developed in addition to or along with. This is a good option. In addition to or along with. So we choose an option like that as our answer. Also, agro-system should be developed. क्यों? Agro-system में क्या होता है? जहाँ पे आपने यहाँ पे पढ़ा first line में ही लिखा हुआ था. Uncultivated systems such as forests, wetlands, यहाँ पे भी हम source कर सकते हैं यहाँ से भी अपने food को. So based on that, the last option is your answer. Okay. While awareness on use, misuse antibiotics is common knowledge, as is the impact of dosing poultry with antibiotics, the environmental impact of ISCA, companies not treating their waste-based but दो passage हैं, has scarcely been discussed at any length or seriousness thus far. Pollution from antibiotics factories is fueling the rise of drug-resistant infections. The occurrence of drug-resistant bacteria surrounding the pharma manufacturing plant is well known. It is important to put proper effluent treatment protocols in place. Important to promote environmental awareness among people. ये तो थोड़ा vague हो गया. This is closer. Spread of bacteria cannot be done away with. Pessimistic, ruled out. Companies should be set up in remote rural areas away from crowded. Why in remote rural areas? Vague options. This is our answer, option A. Okay, benefits of good quality school education accrue only when students complete and leave school after having acquired the gateway skills. So, at school level, it's important for people to get quality education. Like one learns to walk before running, this is an example to say the same thing. Without a strong learning foundation at the primary level, once again, first line, last line, focusing on primary level, there can be no improvement in higher education or skill development. Now options. Become a global power. India needs to invest in universal quality education. Good point. Unable to become a global power because it is not focusing or promoting knowledge economy. Knowledge economy? Economy that uses knowledge for our coaching economy, information-based economy. But we're not talking about knowledge economy here. Our education system should focus more on imparting skills during higher education. Primary education is being focused, so perhaps should focus more on imparting skills during, perhaps this is not that sound option, because it doesn't match us with the focus of the passage, that is why C is not chosen here. Parents of many school children are illiterate and are unaware of the benefits of quality education. Well, very judgmental option. Option D is ruled out. Okay, we're left with just A. A. Universal education, आप सुनते आ रहे हैं. Access to education for everyone. अब उसमें quality डाल दीजिए, अच्छी quality की. So the passage tallies with option number A. Option number A gives you your answer. This passage, paradox of choice, is illustrated by this guy, story of Burida. 14th century philosopher ने ही बोल दिया था कि इतने सारे जब choices हो जाते हैं तो मुश्किल हो जाता है चुनना. Equally appealing stacks of hay, unable to decide what to eat, starves to death. इसी तरीके से technology हमारे पास इतने options ले आती है कि it becomes difficult to choose. अब अगर ऐसी बात है तो हम towards the end of the passage देखते हैं 14th century का जिक्र है in the beginning of the passage. Towards the middle it has what's happening in the modern world, and towards the end it has conclusion. Conclusion looks like life is about choices. We must have choices. Many people are overwhelmed with attractive life choices yet find themselves unhappy and worried. Modern technology enfeebles societal structure and makes life difficult. Okay? Always, all the time, every situation, not a good choice. Modern life is full of uncertainties and endless difficult choices. Pessimism, cynicism, okay choice, but let's see. We are influenced by the opinion of others and have no courage to follow our, such a vague option. Rule this option out, doesn't match with the theme of the passage so much. In lives, having too few choices may not be good, may not be a good thing. Life is about choices. Second last line, part of the first line. But having too many can be equally as difficult. Very good option. Option D should be the answer, ideally. Okay. Now, household finance in India is unique. क्या करते हैं लोग अपना सारा पैसा usually gold and property में लगा देते हैं पुराने लोग ज़्यादातर. Not talking about people today. Steps to encourage the financialization of savings are critical, but if we talk about people earlier, they are also they have given that mindset to the people even today. Their children, excuse me, a lot of people do these two things. A populace accustomed to traditional process will not simply jump into financialization. क्या ज़रूरत है उनको? Hurdles to change include bureaucracy, organized financial institutions पे doubt है, उनका शक है, a lack of basic information, ignorance है, providers is best for each family, and how if one can, ये सारी चीज़ों की ज़रूरत है. Flexible environment की ज़रूरत है, household need customized solution की ज़रूरत है, उनको क्या चाहिए, right? We're talking about best for each family, so ये आ गया customized solution. Innovations in financial technology are required. Innovations in financial technology, ATM होना चाहिए घर के पास में, easy होना चाहिए अपने मनी को कहीं ट्रांसफ़र करना. तो 1 and 2 and 3 सारे ऐसे लगते हैं अच्छे ऑप्शंस हैं. Possibly all of these should be chosen as the answer. The next one, patents या patents की बात करें, pharmaceutical patents क्या करते हैं? Patents मिल जाते हैं तो कुछ लोगों के लिए affordable नहीं होते, लेकिन patent के बारे में एक अच्छी बात भी कही गई है. In the nature of higher prices, क्या कहा गया है कि such patent protection offered to the patentees is believed to benefit the public over the longer term. हालांकि short term में महंगे हैं, मगर over term में ये effective रहेगा, क्योंकि जो कंपनियाँ इनसे कमाएंगी वो R&D करेंगी तो अच्छी दवाइयाँ बनाएंगी. Good medicines will pay out and people in the long term will benefit from that thing. So above passage, assumption choose करना है. Once again, assumption का मतलब ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हमें पक्की तरीके से वो मिलना चाहिए पैसेज में या फिर उसका सबूत होना चाहिए. सपोज क्या कर सकते हैं हम इस पैसेज से, या ऑथर ने क्या सपोज किया होगा? पेटेंट प्रोटेक्शन गिवन टू पेटेंटीज पुट अ ह्यूज बर्डन ऑन पब्लिक परचेसिंग पावर in accessing patented medicine. Well, that happens. Dependence on other countries for pharmaceutical products is a huge, इसकी बात इतनी नहीं हुई है. Providing medicines to the public at affordable prices is a key goal during the public health policy design. Very nice option. Option 3, governments need to find an appropriate balance between the rights of a patentees and the requirements of the patients. So, do we have something like okay, so if I don't have 1, 3 and 4, then what do? I like 3 very much. Providing medicine to the public at the affordable prices is a key goal during the public health design in many countries. Okay, governments need 4 is for certainly 4 for sure is our answer. We have to choose between 1 and 4 and 3 and 4. What do we choose? Instead of choosing 1, which is a mere fact, probably we may choose 3 and 4. We may need a little bit research as to where this article was extracted from. So now 3 and 4, I choose. Passage 4, India should ensure the growth of the digital economy while keeping personal data of citizens. Once again, digital economy, privacy and all that. No one will innovate in a surveillance oriented environment or in a place where, so economy, the ultimate control of data must reside with individuals. Okay. What did you choose for this one? Protection privacy is not just a right, but it has a value to the good. Fine. There's a fundamental link between privacy and innovation. Both 1 and 2 ideally should be the answer for this passage. I'm bringing this session to the close, so in the interest of time, I may run a little fast unless you have questions that you want me to answer. In India, while the unemployment rate is a frequently used measure of poor performance of the economy, इसमें क्या लिखा हुआ है कि ज़्यादातर लोग अनएम्प्लॉयड इसलिए भी हैं क्योंकि वो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करने लग जाते हैं या हायर एजुकेशन में पढ़ने लग जाते हैं. The unemployment challenge is greater for people with secondary or higher education, and rising education levels inflate unemployment challenge because अगर जब वो highly educated हो जाते हैं तो उनको right kind of job चाहिए होती है, तो वो right kind of job के लिए wait करते हैं. So this passage is just arguing maybe those who are preparing for civil services examination are also unemployed for some time, aren't they? So they will also kind of cause the unemployment to look more serious, unemployment concern to look more serious. So इसमें आपने क्या choose करना था? Enrollment in schools and colleges is high, but there's no quality education. Not that. unemployment की बात करें, must be seen as a function of rising education and aspirations of young adults. That is our answer. No labor-intensive industry to accommodate, ऐसी pessimistic option not chosen. The education system should be properly designed so as to enable the uneducated people to be self. Okay, this is the third tricky passage. Why? Because it talks about science by itself is not enough. There must be force and discipline outside the sciences to coordinate them and point to. It is not possible to run a course all right when the goal itself has not been rightly placed. इसके लिए क्या ज़रूरी है? What science needs is philosophy, the analysis of scientific method and the coordination. इसी की तरह government suffers precisely like science for lack of philosophy. Philosophy bears to science the same relationship which statesmanship bears to politics. अब ये जब आपने ऑप्शन किया होगा तो इसमें आपका confusion रहा होगा first and last option में. Is that right? First and last option में confusion रहा. तो आपने क्या choose किया? From the perspective of bureaucracy and this exam being based on bureaucracy, we're likely to choose the first option, aren't we? Need to be well trained in scientific methods. These two did not give us good answers, not desirable to have governments managed by empirical statements, a little vague. As these statements are the products of society, it is desirable to have a system of education that focuses on training its citizens in scientific method, logical thinking from a very early age kind of discourages us to choose this. Between A and D, we're choosing A. Towards the end of the passage, we have the analogy. It kind of gives us the rationale. So, as of now, let's choose A for that passage. The last end of the state is not to dominate. ये Spinoza philosopher ने अपनी philosophy दी थी. जब आपने ये passage पढ़ा तो आपके अंदर दो doubts आए होंगे. Spinoza की philosophy में personal safety, health of body and mind, communal harmony, liberty. Communal harmony और liberty के बीच में आपका tie रहा होगा. यहाँ पे आंसर है liberty. Social contract theory, what was that? Rousseau, Locke, and Hobbes. Spinoza का based on liberty था, तो इसका अगर आपको नहीं philosophy पता थी तब भी आप इसको बार-बार पढ़ते, इसमें communal harmony का इतना जिक्र नहीं है जितना कि liberty का है. Not to make rational beings into brute beasts, it is to enable their bodies and their minds to function safely. It is to lead men to live by and to excite a free reason. You will see this word a lot of times. Free each man. Again, a free reason. So, that way. Liberty should be ideally its answer. All right? Thank you. I'm happy to sort of be able to wrap it up within time. And if you feel disappointed, there is a poem that says, "Tu khud ki khoj mein nikal, tu kis liye talash hai, tu chal tere वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है, जो तुझसे लिपटी बेड़ियाँ समझना इनको वस्त्र तू, ये बेड़ियाँ पिघला के बना ले इनको शस्त्र तू, तू खुद की खोज में निकल, तू किस लिए निराश है, तू खुद की खोज में निकल कि समय को भी कि तू चल कि तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है." So don't feel disappointed if the paper did not go that well. Don't feel disappointed if the circumstances don't support you that well. Circumstances, some people say, can be managed through the right kind of mindset. If you have self-belief, how do you get self-belief? When you have confidence. How do you have confidence? When you get the right kind of guidance, when you do the right kind of thing, and when you follow discipline after gathering information, knowledge that is required to crack this exam. When you start doing the right things, you automatically gain that confidence. So, if you want a more elaborate discussion or any passage or any question to be discussed again, we'll soon start our main batch for the next session. So, See you then. Thank you for attending the session today.